And welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And remember, you can tweet me as well. I'm on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. It is that time of the fortnight once again where we drink some liquor and talk some Marvel Legends. Legends and liquor. Do you get it? It's a little bit of fun, an excuse for me to open a fresh bottle of Copperberg on this Sunday afternoon as we wind down. I believe it's like in the US, it's like early and they're getting ready for this thing they call the Super Bowl. However, in the UK, we do not know what this thing is. We do not play football. I'd hate even calling it football because no one even kicks it. One person kicks it, to be fair, but the rest of the time they throw it and stop for 5 minutes, then throw it and stop for 5 minutes. Very boring sport, but whatever. Millions of people disagree with me as it's very popular and it's on tonight. And my other screens went off. I'm trying to not have technical difficulties today. I'm trying to start nice and early, ready to go and talk some toys with some people. So as always, you know the score. Legends and Liquor is the show where every 2 weeks I bring on my channel members, the people that are supporting the content right here, and get them involved in the channel they are supporting. So as always, you know, Legends and Liquor is just a gimmick. You don't actually have to drink alcohol. Just bring your favorite drink. Let's talk toys, collectibles, and whatever you like. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to talk some toys. Sort of like Thursday stream. It's a mix of Marvel and Star Wars, as a little bit slow on news. Hopefully those things start to pick up next week. Really hoping for a fan first on the Marvel Legends side of things, as there's so many rumors and speculation going around. And we're running out of things that we actually know about. I've literally just got my hands on this guy. So obviously make sure you go and check out the review for that. I should be able to put it up on the screen for you. So yeah, go and check out my review for Baron Zemo right now on the channel. Great figure, really does pop on the shelf. I know I like saying that, but look at the colours, it really does. He looks great, especially paired up with Captain America as well. So yeah, there you go. Go and check out my review for him. I've got the Shield Agent 2-pack up there. I've got the Skrull Infantry. But no, they're not infantry, are they? They're infiltrators or something like that. But yes, you know the score. Go and check it out, all that good stuff. Links, all of that, videos tab. Just stick around for the stream for now, obviously. So we got two full groups of guests. So we've got Rich M, the super producer, coming on. Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, the Super Turk himself, Tanner, Cloud, Rush, and Alexi. Your boys got toys all coming on for the first group. The second group is going to be Jamie, Matt, Mark, Tac, Damien, George, and Thirsty for Chicken, as I know he is thirsty to talk about some Star Wars. So that's how we're doing it today. We're splitting it up into two sections. First group is going to be Marvel Legends focused. Second group is going to be Star Wars focused. I'm just trying to something different. Rather than repeating the same thing twice, just for anyone who's watching the whole stream, may get a little bit repetitive. So from now on, I'm going to try and have different themes for the different groups and see how it goes. I'm also trying a whole new mic setup, so I hope you guys can hear me okay and everything's going well. As I said, got a new computer, so I'm still testing things. But so far, so good. I'm live. Hopefully, you guys can hear me and all is good. Let me check the chat, actually. Let me see who's here live. And I'll give you some shout-outs before I get started and talk some toys. Because, of course, we're going to start off talking some toys. So first person I see is Everett. Shout out Everett. Let me scroll up a little bit. So Damien's obviously in, Mike D is in, Hubri J, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Tac, Jay's Toys Collection UK, Jose, KSM Kyle, Tanner, Greg, Iron Manuel, Trevor, Mike D, Night of Ren. Right, we're picking up. We're slowly picking up, okay? So as I said, I've done my plug-in. I wanted to basically plug Zemo. So that's the score. Zemo, Legends and Liquor today's Zemo and Copperberg. But that name doesn't really have a ring to it, does it? But yeah, Sunday. Let's wind down. But let's just get into getting some people in, because as I said, there are lots of things to talk about today. But I do want to just start off by saying I have an updated table of the duck race. So if you're a regular around these ways, and you know we like to race some ducks. So let's check out the table, shall we, real quick. I haven't updated it in 2 weeks, so there has been a few changes. First of all, let me just show you how big this table is. This table's so big, I can't even fit it all in screen anymore. I literally have to zoom in to figure out what's going on. We've got over 16 places, but a lot of people on joint points, a lot of people on 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. As I said, it's all about being on the board. So yeah, let me zoom to the next page. This is like the top 10 places. So of course, the cheeky monkey Kiara is forever staying on top. Phil took her out for 1 week, but then she reclaimed her spot the very next week. So she's still there holding strong. Tanner's got some points on the board recently. Jamie's up there. Alexi's got a couple of wins in recent weeks as well. So Alexi's shot right up there now. He's in joint third place with Jamie. Tanner standing strong on second himself. Phil Jones got some more points on the board. So he is now in fourth place. But again, placing this week and jumping straight back up. Damien's been creeping up there with some consistent point getting as well. Same as Knight of Ren. Rush displayed once, even got some points on the board after he won the first week and then only just placed again like last week or something like that. So it's a lot of fun. As I said, I don't know what the prize is going to be yet, but the first person to 50 points is going to get a great prize. I'm going to come around the house and stream myself or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it should be fun all the same. Let me see if I can bring up the duck racing rules real quick so you know the score. There you go. Here you go. So this is what the score is. Again, we race some ducks. First place, 10 points. Second place, 6 points. Third place, 3 points. Fourth place, 2 points. Fifth place, 1 point. And as I said, it's all about getting those points on the board and being here each week. All you have to do to be part of today's race is be in it. And I have got my speaker back, so we should race duck with some speakers. So we should be good to go. Jay says he's never scored. Sorry, Jay. But you don't want to take points away from your missus at this point. You don't want to start any type of household feuding over ducks. That would be unnecessary. She's got her shelf. She's got her Toy Story figures on the shelf. Keep her sweet, Jay, all right? Just let her be the duck for the household. That's what I suggest. But let me go through the rest of the housekeeping real quick, and then we will get some the first group in. So if you are in the first group, then please let me know. Hit me up on the DMs right now on Instagram. So if you're on group 1, which is Rich, Tom, Tanner, Cloud, Rush, Alexi, and Jay, I think. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay. So full house. So if you're in group 1, hit me up on the DMs right now, okay? And let me do some housekeeping. So, the Dan Who Network is an actual thing. Sounds a bit crazy, but it is. Dan Who live streams every single Thursday. Me and co-host Hero.Collections, aka Brandon. You know his face. He appeared this week on the Infinity Equation as well, so go make sure you check out that. Of course, today is Legends and Lick Out, all about the channel members getting on board. And then a couple of spin-offs that we do like sort of once a month, if that. But we got Turtles and Tea, me and Tanner, the Super Turk 5000. We will be talking Turtles and Tea next Tuesday. So a week Tuesday, we'll be back talking Turtles and Tea. And hopefully that same week, I'll be back talking Joe's and Juice with Mark Tac and Tom Mini Plastic Multiverse, as there is meant to be another sort of Joe's bit of news towards the end of February, as they are celebrating an anniversary. So lots of stuff to talk about in Toy World. Of course, you can contribute and be a part of today's stream. Support the channel. As I said, everything is appreciated. Anything over £4 or $4, then Friday will read it out loud. You can either do it through the super chats or you can do it through the Streamlab donations, which is in the description. It's just Streamlab something or other Dan Who Reviews. The link's in the description. Try it out. Anything over £4 or $4, Friday will read it. And as I said, it supports the channel. Today's all about the channel members hitting that join button. Thank you very much. If you want to be on today's stream, then it's about hitting that join button, all right? You get to use the emojis, but the main thing is getting to be on the stream. That's what I think the biggest selling point of the channel membership is. You're supporting the channel, and then you get to be on the channel. But you can also buy some t-shirts and all the fun stuff like that. So, right, people are in the chat. People are lively. So let's get some people in here. Let me copy-paste this invite. As I said, I'm a one-man machine. I tried to be super organised today so I wouldn't have any issues, but we shall see how we go. So far, so good. I'm hoping for a not crash. Last time we had a bit of a Legends and Liquor crash, but I'm hoping not. So I haven't really got any reason to pull up crazy pictures or anything today, so we should be good. So let me go to my Instagram page and start sending them links out. So Tanner just slid into the DMs. So did Rich M, the super producer. DJ is there. Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, could be at his in-laws' house. I have no idea where he is. There you go. There's one for Rush as well. There's one for Cloud and one for Alexi. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, that's everybody. All right. So the links have been sent. If you're in Group 1, the links have been sent. You should be good to go. And of course, we're going to ask what toys people have been getting first. It's always us being collectors. Let's be honest. We know our postmen by their first name, or postwomen. No discrimination around here. But we know them by their first name at this point. You know what I mean? I'll give mine a Christmas card, like, because he is around here every single day. The Yodel guy even gives my dog treats. Do you know, like, that's how much we got a parcel the other day which was for Amanda, and he actually said to me, "Oh, it's a surprise, this one's for Amanda." I was like, yep, she is allowed to order stuff as well. But anyway, my point is, we get stuff all the time, so of course it's always fun to just talk about some of the stuff we've been picking up, because everyone collects different things for different reasons, and I do always enjoy finding out what other people have been picking up, why you're buying it, why you're collecting it, what you're into, all of that good stuff. So that's what we're going to do first. So we've got 7 people in the waiting room. I'm going to accept them all at once, and hopefully this screen works for me. So give me a second, gents, and we should be good to go if I press this button. Okay, I think we're good. Your boy's got toys is the wrong way around, but it's fine. Here, figure it out. Who's missing? Let me get rid of that. Hide that. Rush should appear in a minute. I'm assuming he hasn't got his camera on. Let me go around the gambit and test everyone up. So, super producer, Rich M.
Oh, you're right.
I'm all good, mate. How are you?
I'm good.
What are you drinking?
I've got Kylie Minogue wine for the lovely man on Valentine's Day.
I keep forgetting it's Valentine's Day. No wonder Amanda keeps scowling at me whenever I walk past. Like, I've just completely forgot. I said to her, right, we've been together 17 years. I said, can you give me this Valentine's Day off? Because I've just been too busy. I haven't got her a card or anything like that. And she's like, no. And I've got this girl everything over the years. I got her a bouquet of chicken nuggets.
£6, Dan, down in Tesco's. Go on.
It involves leaving the house. That's the problem. I'm going to have to go out in the morning and get her something. I asked for the weekday off. She wouldn't give it me. But anyway, Rich, glad to see you here. Tanner, how are you?
I'm all right. I've spent the entire week with COVID. Today was my first negative test. So hopefully...
Yay!
Back to work tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, no, sad times. Just tell them it's positive still. They don't need to know. Treat yourself. Have another day off. Are you feeling better, though? You're all right? You've had your vaccines and stuff. You okay?
I've had all 3. Literally, it hit me quite hard this week because start of the week I had no voice for at least 3 days, so thank God we didn't do Turtles and Tea this week. Otherwise, you would have had a very raspy me on the line.
I'm waiting for NECA to give us some news first.
Or Super 7.
Or either or. I take over. I said to Toying Around, because he's just got the new Simpsons McBain figures, which are just a fun gimmick that I want to get. And there you go. There's Turtles we can talk about later. But yeah, I'm like, Kevin, give me your Super 7 hookup. Seriously. Like, I need a link at Super 7. Even Toy Bro did an interview with Brian Flynn. No one at Super 7 wants to know me anyway. So I need to make some friends. Cloud, how are you doing? You're my friend.
I'm good. I am streaming from my new office. It's not complete. So behind me, I don't know if you can see the Sentinel back there.
We can see the Sentinel, yeah. Nice.
That whole wall is going to be all Marvel Legends.
Nice.
At some point, I'm going to have display cases in the rest of the area, and this is where I'm pretty much going to live. Nobody will ever see me.
That's what I try and do. I close this door constantly. When Amanda's upstairs, I'm closing the door, and I'm like, when the door's closed, just leave me alone.
Yep.
But does Imperial know about the purple, though? Because there may be some copyright clauses coming in.
I can change the color.
Check. He doesn't own purple, all right? No matter what he tells you, he doesn't own purple. Jay seems like he's in a Toy Story world as usual. You in the living room, Jay?
I'm in the living room under the Toy Story. I seem to get a better signal, it seems, down here.
That's all good. It's all good. Did you paint that, or is it just like an overlay or something?
No, it's painted. We've got like a indented alcove, so I painted it blue, and the clouds are cut out of foam. I bought a stencil and cut out of foam, and then pinned the toys to the wall. There's like hanging
do you and Kiara now with your collection like write Jay and Kiara under the figures on their feet?
She likes Andy written on Woody's feet, but unfortunately, one she's got doesn't say Andy, so she's not.
Well, she's just like Kiara. That's the fun of it. But as I said, she'll be in the duck race no later. I'm sure. You said you got no points. I told you can't split the household.
No, I've never scored, but that's good that she's winning. If you do have to come around and film a video, I don't think we're too far from you.
Good. Yeah, maybe one day I'd do a tour. I definitely want to do that. I was posting pictures of Forbidden Planet, and I've had more messages this week on Instagram than a normal week because people are messaging me going, "Where's that? Where are you? Blah blah blah." The Americans not liking me at the minute. But but someone who I hope likes me, it's Tom. Tom, where are you? Are you like snuck away at the in-laws or something?
I'm in our holiday house. Yeah, we're away for the weekends. So.
Oh, fancy.
They're all over at my sister-in-law's house, so I just snuck back to do this for a couple of hours.
Good. They mad about it? Are you all right? Because it is, as I said, Valentine's weekend.
They're all fine.
Okay.
They were threatening to watch, which I told them not to do.
Hello. Maybe they're watching. Hello, how you doing? Tom snuck away. This is what for, people. This is what for. Rush, how are you doing, my friend?
Doing good. Wake.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask every week. How are the puppies?
Oh, God, they're getting so big. It's been we just took them to get their second or third round of vaccines in, and in the 3 weeks since we took them last time, they've all doubled in weight and size, so they're getting big.
Are you keeping them all, or are you planning on finding some homes?
We have not decided that. At first, we thought about might sell 2 or 3 of them because we have 4, and it's having 6 French bulldogs might be a little much.
Yeah.
But it's the bad thing is the more time that you spend with them, it's the more of a connection that you're getting with them and they're getting with you. So it's the longer it goes on, it's you technically can't sell puppies until roughly about 10 weeks, and they just hit 9 weeks. So it's but in that time, just the connections, I don't want to let them go now.
Of course, I'm sure you'll do what's best, my friend, in the end. But as I said, as a pet owner now, I completely sympathise. And next to you, we got is that Bret Hart or is that Alexa? Your boy's got toys.
It's game day, baby. It's game day.
Explain to me, in the UK, we don't even have an American football team because no one cares. Why is it so popular?
We do have American football.
No, we don't.
Team.
No one cares. No one cares. Didn't London try it and then they just flopped or failed or something like that?
You guys get the American football over there whenever the Jacksonville Jaguars go over.
It's just a gimmick. It's just a gimmick. It's like a gimmick day. That's all it is. It's nothing major. What was it called? Football when there's just one kicker on a team, and he comes on for 2 seconds and goes off. 2 kickers on a team. Oh, I forgive you. Call it football.
You've got the kicker,
so many feet are being used. Sorry, I'm just winding people up now. I just want to get all the Americans hating me. Alexis.
Well, hey Dan, if it makes you feel any better, when it comes to soccer, my feelings about soccer is if I want to go and watch a bunch of guys try and score for 90 minutes, I'd go out with my buddies to the bar. So
at least in soccer, right? I hate even calling it soccer, but at least we call it football because they use their feet. They use their feet to kick the ball. Football. But anyway, Lexi, sorry, I interrupted. Are you supporting one of the teams today or something? I have no idea even who's playing.
Me? No, I'm more of a casual fan. I don't really follow this football stuff.
I know that 12 is Brady's number, right? For the Patriots, I know that.
So, it's just not really... Yeah, baby, I'm a Patriots fan. They're not in the Super Bowl this year, but I'm still going to watch some ass get kicked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one falls down and cries for lost time in football, baby. That's what's going to happen. I want to see some hacking, some chucking, some rushing, some hitting. It's going to be dope. In fact, just for you, Dan.
I'm excited because you're excited. I don't even know what's going on. I'm like, yeah.
That's so serious.
He's oh my God. Chug,
there we
chug,
go.
Chug. Yeah, look at that. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Legends of Liquor,
Legends in yeah. I'm excited. This is my only bottle, so I don't want to go too crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not chugging the wine, sorry.
Yeah, wine. Chug. Okay, beautiful, gents.
I'm on the X-Men water.
Is that like the water in not is it Space Jam, where it's the special water? Gives you the power. All right, let's get into some new toys then, gents. Rich was already teasing with something he's got, so let's start up there. What have you got? Let's talk some new toys. What have you got, Rich?
Got a Super 7 turtle, so it's my second Super 7 turtle after Tom's favourite April O'Neil figure.
He loves that figure.
Tom, it was.
That figure is the biggest piece of bullshit on the face of the
Yeah. I've got this one. You've got that. You've got him as well.
I have.
Do you like this one better than April?
Yeah, but I don't mind these figures, but I always feel a bit disappointed with them after I got them out of the packet because they look great, but I just wish you could bend the legs and arms a bit more than they. He doesn't even really look down that much. He's kind of stuck straight forward, which I find frustrating. I think if they just engineered them a tiny bit more, they would be much better figures. They look great, but they could be. Anyway, I'll shut up because you want to see.
I'm the only one that doesn't have these turtles.
That's what I mean. It seems like everyone's got them. So Rush doesn't have them.
Oh no.
Cloud doesn't have them. Is that it? Everyone else got them. Donatello crew, yes. Can we all just hold up our Donatellos, please? I may change the thumbnail.
My Donatello's hidden, so I've just taken out the one I've got closest to me, which is
Muckman. It's fine. It's fine. You've went all in. You can tell us about that in a second. There you go.
Actually,
hey, he's got.
I'm going to do with Rush soon.
Rush has got a Donatello.
This is boxed up because I'm selling it.
Sell it to Cloud. He doesn't have one.
Yeah, I'm getting rid of all the. I'm getting rid of all the Super 7 turtals.
I'm trying to make friends with Super 7. Shh, come on. Positive
the only
Super
thing
7
left
talk.
on my turtle shelf is this lonely boy right here.
It looks good. They look good. I haven't even got them out on display. So, Rich, that's the first turtle you've picked up. It was obviously they saved the best turtle for last with Donatello. Does that make you want to backtrack and get the 4 turtles?
From being a kid, the only ones I remember playing with was April, Donatello, and Casey Jones. So I was looking at Casey Jones, but then I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good with these two. And like in everything else, in the NECA, I've only got April and I've only got Donatello, and in like the original Playmates, I've only got Donatello and April as well. So it fits. I've only got them ones.
I like the idea that I think Tom's said he's at his holiday home, but he's brought his toys with him. Is that what you've done, Tom?
Brought them in a little toy box.
See, fun times. What you got anything else, Rich? Because I'm sure we'll talk about turtles again in a second.
I've got quite a bit of this because I've been off this week, so that's all I've been doing is buying toys. So I've got these are Evil Lynn and Teela the Sorceress from the new Netflix Masters of the Universe show, which I wasn't going to watch, but then my nephew watched it and we watched them all in like a weekend, and I thought it was quite good. So I was like, oh, I might as well add them to my collection. Why not? And they were like in Smith's for like $12.99, so they're quite cheap as well. So they're not too bad.
Not a problem, I say, but like that's the if you watch something or find some new TV show, film, franchise that you like, and there are toys or some type of physical thing about it, it is hard to resist as a collector. But is that got a whole line then, Richard? You in for a whole line or just picking up the ladies?
Just with my other Master of the Universe, just the ladies.
Just the ladies. He's a ladies man, this Rich.
Then I picked up this from Amazon, which is the Bring Arts Final Fantasy 9 Ico and I can't remember. Queen, that's it. So they were like, oh, everything's falling out. But they were like,
them. They're expensive.
No, but these were really cheap. These were like a £60 for the set on Amazon. And they've still got it up as well. Because like I only bought the first one with Zidane and Dagger, and that was like £140. And I was like, oh, this is just too much for what they are. Just get the one. But I saw that this week for like 60, so I grabbed it straight away. So it's like good. But that was the only one. It's like Beatrix and Freya is up to like £300 now. It's like bonkers prices for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did grab a second one as well. So, you know, in a couple of months' time, if anyone wants one for £100, hit me up.
When you sent me that link, as I said, if I'd brought like the first couple, then I would have jumped all over it. But like you, I got put off by the price. But I do love Final Fantasy 9. I'm not going to lie. Like it was one that I played for, spent many hours playing. The
best Final Fantasy game. Then I picked up this A Squad Red, even though I said I wasn't going to. I was obviously drinking, and then I was like, oh yeah, might as well get it. Why not?
Have you got the whole crew now though?
Yes, I've got pink. I've got the girls again. Like, these boys there, just buy the girls.
Oh, it's the Red Ranger. I didn't know the Red Ranger was a girl. I didn't know that.
It was the first Red Ranger girl, I think. The only other one is like the Samurai girl. And look, I got a boy figure. There you go.
Hey.
I picked up Despair from the Marvel Legends line. So this is from the Doctor Strange wave. I think I've got America Chavez and Wong on order as well. But I'm not going to go in all in on this wave until I see the movie. Maybe I'll backtrack. Yeah. But yeah, just these three I'm going to like pick up.
What's the Build-A-Figure called? I couldn't even...
Rintra. The Minotaur. Yeah. And then the last thing I picked up was Jyn Erso, the redo from Rogue One. Because I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I do love Rogue One. It's like I've got my big 26-inch Jyn Erso up there. It's like the original trilogy and this are like the only ones that I really like. Like, I don't really give a shit about the rest of Star Wars. I think it's been pants for like ages, so it doesn't bother me when people are moaning about everything else. So,
That's why Rich is in Group 1 today, everyone.
I did watch Boba Book of Boba, but I did fall asleep to like 3 of the episodes. But yeah, people enjoy it. They can talk about it later.
Shout out Robo as well, who's in the chat as well. Hopefully he's not streaming this week, and I've not tried to stream the same day as him, because as a small YouTuber, that's a foolish decision. So I appreciate you, Robo. Thank you very much. But yeah, there was some. I still want those Final Fantasy ones, but if I backtrack now, how much am I looking to spend?
You can get some of them still on the Square Enix site, but even like new, they're like 140. So they've got like Zidane and Dagger on there. But just keep checking Amazon and see if I see any more cheap, I'll let you know.
They're worse here. They were, I think we paid at least $200 US for Zidane and Dagger, and my girlfriend was looking for Beatrix and Freya. Forget it, not happening.
It's like I people say about Super 7, but the Square Enix bring arts are bonkers prices. Like, I know they've got a lot of hands, but still, like, you want the bloody characters to turn up to your house for the prices that they charge. So I just like pick and choose like what you can get, and like a lot of the time, like, they go on clearance as well. So if you wait it out, but you've got to judge it. Like, so Final Fantasy 7 stuff usually goes on clearance, but Final Fantasy 9 stuff, not many people get it, so it usually disappears.
I played 7, 8, and 9, and then I think I brought 10, because 10's the one with that water. There's like a game of water ball or something like that.
Ball.
Yeah, I remember that briefly, right? But I didn't play it too long.
Gotta play 6. Gotta play 6.
I think I started at 7. I definitely remember that. I never backtracked. Alexi, is that a fly, or is that Martian Manhunter nearly poke you in the eye?
Yeah. Amanda wanted to show off her minifigure collection.
It's great. It's a great figure. She should come on and show it off one day. She's more than welcome. More than welcome. Okay, my bad. Tanner, what about you? You were showing off some turtles. So you went all in on the... Are you all in on Super 7 now? I believe we've had this conversation before, but...
Yeah, I am all in on the Super 7 turtles. So I've got everything so far. I pre-ordered everything that's also available to pre-order. I'm waiting for that glow-in-the-dark mutagen man.
Yeah.
And that turtle van. So I'm all in, and what I'm trying to do to make myself feel better is just try and get as many people to jump in as well as people. I believe Jamie and a couple of the others I've managed to somehow get the fishing rod and reel them into it as well, just to make myself feel a little bit better.
I do want to go all in. I do, but I need to backtrack. I'm still missing like Splinter. Like, and I definitely think I want Splinter, especially as they're harder to find. Oh, Alexi, okay, we can talk.
I'm selling them.
Okay, we can talk. What you got anything else this week? Because obviously you're not just a Turtles guy.
Yeah. So I got the Doctor Strange wave as well. So I know Rich showed this lad here.
The spare, yeah.
And I picked up Wong as well, just to go on my Spider-Man movie shelf, as he was in No Way Home. He was in the trailer, so that's technically not spoiler, even though...
So we can spoil it all day long. Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are in Spider-Man No Way Home. Look, we're way past...
Sorry,
Cloud. Haven't seen it. No, I know. It's fine. I'm sure I've missed a lot, which is impressive considering it's been so long.
Good man.
Yeah, and quite possibly one of my favorite figures of the year so far, and it will take some getting beaten, is Frankenrath, it just looks so good. So it looks better than I expected it to. So chunky, and I look forward for the rest of that wave to come out. So he'll take a little place there for the moment.
Yeah, I'm still very curious what Donatello's going to be. We've got the Mummy Mikey, Bride of Frankenstein April. Who's Donnie? Who's Donnie going to be?
We'll find out when they decide to reveal him.
Invisible Man, it's just an empty box.
Yeah, imagine that. Well, this week coming up would have been Toy Fair, wouldn't it? It would have been like the 19th, so it would have been a really, like, this time next weekend, we would have had loads of stuff to talk about. So I'm hoping this week some of the bigger companies do give us a little tidbit maybe here and there, but we shall see. All right, nice one. What about you, Cloud?
Not a lot. I got I saw what's her name, Tina something from Fortnite.
Tina.
Thank you. Yeah, she popped up on Walmart, and I was like, screw it. She looks cool. I was having fun posing her. I like the stand. that she comes with. I've got the other girls kind of posted on the bottom. It was just a cool figure. I got Sleepwalker.
Nice.
The only character in the wave that I cared about. And I finally pulled the trigger on the Spider-Man 2099.
Do not sleep on those retro cards, people. Honestly, people are going crazy for them. So if there's
I have 2 black costume Spider-Man, and I'm glad because I knew my brother would want one. And I asked him, I was like, "Oh, I'll get you one." And he's like, No, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. And like 2 weeks ago, he's like, "I kind of want to get a black costume." You son of a bitch! I'm so glad I pre-ordered 2 of those.
Hey, Cloud, with the Fortnite Tina, do you happen to have the Marvel Legends Boom Boom at all?
Yes.
I'm wondering how the Boom Boom head would look on that Tina, since her actual shirt says Boom on it. A lot of people have suggested that, but no one actually has 2 of them to actually combine yet. So
there's a
I can try it. Yeah.
On it.
There's a picture for after the stream.
They look like they might be kind of small, but it's worth a shot. So yeah, I can do that. I'll make a note.
Thank you.
As I said, those Spider-Man retro cards, people, the whole wall is now complete. And yeah, they go like even Kingpin, who's the only oversized one at the minute on the aftermarket. He's going for 100 plus. Do you know, like crazy. So yeah, don't sleep on the retro stuff. And hopefully, while we know there's another oversized figure coming this year, hopefully we find out what that is sooner rather than later. Jay, what about you? What new tools you got?
I've had a busy few weeks actually of things coming in. So we've got the Casey Jones from Super 7.
Just Casey? Or have you gone from all?
No, just Casey, because I wasn't going to collect Super 7, and then I started, but they're going to be mint on card on the wall.
Okay.
So I've got my favourite turtle, Shredder, a foot soldier, and Casey Jones.
So you got Donatello, Casey Jones, Shredder, and a foot soldier. I get it.
Might slightly misspoke there. It was Leonardo, Casey Jones, Shredder, and a foot soldier.
Trying to catch you out.
So they're going to be on the wall. So that'll be done with Super 7 at least, so I can focus on, all in on NECA.
You're done until you're not done.
Yeah.
So can I just say, while we were talking, my first Super 7 purchase, fail, sorry, but got one. So
no, 100. If you
don't have to apologize, Cloud. You made the right choice.
Thank you.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. No, honestly, if you're a turtle fan, obviously we're all like in a certain similar sort of age brackets where we all remember turtles from our childhood in some format or other. So like those Playmate toys will go down in history as one of the biggest action figure lines of all time anyway, especially of its generation. So I do think if you're curious, at least get one of the turtles in hand and check it out, because it is, like Rich was saying, a souped up Playmates toy. And for the adult collector. So, I think you'll enjoy it. But again, it might send you down a slippery slope.
Wow.
What else you got, Jay?
I've got a few of the Black Hand Ninja army builders. So I've got them to go with the scrolls as well. So I started with 2 scrolls, and I saw Brandon's post of the scrolls picked for Captain America. I was like, right, I think I need some more. So I bought 2 more scrolls. They came to under £40. So I thought, right, I need to get that up to free postage. So I bought a couple of Black Hand Ninjas.
Yeah, I've not actually went for the Black Hand Ninjas. They've got like a zombified face, haven't they?
Yeah, they are. They're like quite zombie skin tone on the hands, which I think looks quite good. I tried the sort of zombie pose on the shelf for that one. So I do actually quite like them.
Scrolls are great, by the way. Scrolls are great.
What else have I got down here? I've got a cheap McFarlane Gorilla Rod for about
I've got him.
£50 in the sale. So yeah,
he's right next to me. I didn't get it in the sale. I've had this for ages, but like he just happens to be my McFarlane stuff. I've only got a few McFarlane things, so they're right next to me. But yeah, I like Gorilla Grodd. You can't really do much with him, but just as a figure on the shelf, he looks pretty good.
That's pretty much what my collection is, really. It's just figures on the shelf.
It's McFarlane, isn't it? You can't really do much else, can we? They're just figures on the shelf.
But they are a decent price, though, I find. They always do go down in the sale as well.
Well, apparently, if Todd McFarlane's not lying to us, I don't know where they get their stats from or anything, but DC Multiverse was the biggest selling 6-inch, 7-inch action figure line of 2021. So who gives him his facts and figures? I don't know, but I don't know why he'd lie, but who is buying them?
I think what people have been saying is it's based on like what stores have bought.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that anyone's actually bought, and maybe that's why like all the Targets have got millions of like these the McFarlane toys there. But that's what they're saying anyway.
Yeah.
More McFarlane coming at now. I've got My Hero Academia as it came through on the pre-order.
I've never seen that. I know because of that, because of people like Robo, who talks about My Hero all the time. So I'm like familiar with the characters. Don't ask me to name who's who, but like I'm familiar with the designs at least. I've never seen it. Would you recommend it? Like if you're buying those figures, you must have seen it.
Yeah, I've even got Kiara to watch it with me.
Nice.
So this was actually Robo's fault. I started hearing him talking about it, so I was like, let's give it a try. So I bought the Blu-ray of season 1 and quite enjoyed it. Kiara's watching it with me, so I bought the next couple of seasons. So this guy hasn't even shown up yet, I don't think, in the show because I've only watched.
Do you watch the dubbed version or the original language version?
I do watch the dub version. I did watch Squid Game in original language, but I do watch the dub.
And so uncultured. Such an uncultured swine. Only joking. I'm the same. I'd watch dubs. I'm lazy. Because if you don't watch it dubbed, that means you have to be staring at the screen the whole time, where in this day and age you might turn your head and miss something. And I hate reading. I'm a spaz, so I don't want to read it. So I joke. What else you got?
I've brought this on. This is the Art of Vampirella, which I've bought to go with the collector. Yeah, the loose collector Vampirella figure. So I thought I need something to display with it. So I got a little cheap art book of Vampirella to go with that. Even though I've never really read Vampirella, I just like the design of the toy. And
I understand why. Yeah, I'm tempted with those loose collector stuff. And again, I'm not really familiar with the characters, but like you, Jay, I like the designs. Do you know what I mean? All right, nice.
Pick up the Christopher Priest run. Christopher Priest has just been like doing around like reinventing Black Panther. He's been doing like a really good Vampirella run that's just like concluded and a new one started. So I suggest picking up that one. It's really good.
Who owns the license? Like who?
Dynamite at the minute. So it was Harris and Dynamite bought it. So like Nick Barucci, who's got like Dynamic Forces and all that.
Nice. There you go, Jay. Nice idea for you.
Trust recommendation. I know Rich has good taste.
Who needs Wikipedia when I'm
He does. Rich. He knows his shit. All right, nice. Right, Tom, what have you brought with you on your holiday home, or what have you not brought with you? What have you got in the last couple of weeks?
I brought Unparalleled's new favourite figure.
Oh, that's Rorschach, right? The Rorschach.
Yeah, so he's amazing. He comes with like 4 different head portraits. You get 2 more of the whiteheads, and you get an unmasked head.
Who made that? I have no idea.
Made by Felix Toys. Okay. I think they might have made some Joker figures, like third-party ones.
Oh no! So it's like an unlicensed Rorschach.
Yeah. It's called Inkblot.
Inkblot. Nice.
I mean, he comes up really nice. I've taken a couple of photos of him. I haven't taken that many, but he does photograph nicely. He's got a decent amount of accessories. He's got kind of a grappling hook with a wire that comes out of it, and his journal, meat cleaver. He's got the little badge that the comedian drops after he gets killed. But yeah, he's a great figure. If you're into Mezcates type figures, he's a good buy.
What's under the trench coat? Is it like?
I haven't taken. Oh, he's got a kind of white scarf and shirt, but I haven't.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't venture. I'm just curious.
I haven't dared.
No, I wouldn't. I was just curious if it like had different looks. But I'm not the biggest Watchmen guy. I think I've seen the film, but I've never read the books or anything like that.
Yeah, I love the book, and the film's great. And I enjoyed the HBO follow-up series. So I did watch.
There's a HBO series, isn't there? Is that worth a watch?
Yeah, it's like set after the.
So it's in the same universe as the movie.
No, because the end of the movie is different to the comic book, whereas the series has the same ending as the comic book.
Oh, okay. Okay. So the series follows the comic book, the movie's its own standalone world.
Yeah, although the movie is exactly the same as the comic book, other than the very end, the very last few shots of the movie.
Yeah, it's definitely something I'm curious of. I was actually looking on Amazon for, because I think all the Netflix shows, all the Marvel Netflix shows are apparently disappearing off Amazon. So like in a panic, I looked on Amazon. I was like, shit, can I even buy these like physical? And I was going through like comic thing, and I seen the series 1 of that Watchmen show for like £9. So I was like, that might be tempting.
It's a great series, but I'd watch the movie first.
No, I've seen the movie.
Oh, you've seen the movie?
Yeah, I've seen the movie, just not seen the series, and I was curious if they connected. But yeah, pretty good. What else you got?
I picked up this guy out of his back to tank today.
Hey,
from Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, I've seen him in Forbidden Planet as well. I've not seen any of the online stores have him in stock yet, but he was on the shelf in Forbidden Planet.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, I think I've got my orders combined with something else, but I thought I'd just cancel them off my pre-order. But he's pretty nice. I'm not sure he's quite deluxe though. It's a bit, when you actually kit him out, you're kind of like, there's nothing here. They could have fit in and also.
That was the argument when it first got revealed, wasn't it? It was like, it looks nice, but is it a deluxe? And it's the same question with all the Boba figures.
He's got a lot of paint apps on him, but it's not like he's got. I think it's just on his vest and his shoulders. Really, there's no washes or anything.
He's about to get a tech upgrade anyway. If he appears again in any live action Star Wars, he's going to have like a metal arm or something now.
Yeah, God, that was cringeworthy when that guy. They should have just showed him in the back to tank. Yeah, the techno guy standing next to him was like.
Yeah. The mod guy, the mod techno guy. Apparently, I heard someone say that he's an artist. Who was it that said that? Was it Dante on the Infinite Equation said that he's like like a singer or a rapper or something like that?
I'll look it up.
He's a guitarist, I believe.
There you go. Yeah. I think Dante talked about it with Brandon this week. But yeah, anyway.
But like a really popular one. Like he's a very accomplished artist.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'll check him out. But we'll save the Star Wars talk for Group 2. What else you got?
I picked up this guy. I've got this guy in the
Hey, nice.
He's really nice. The only thing I wish they had done is, on the Iron Man from the Infinity Saga wave that came in the 2-pack with Thanos.
Yep, have the neck and the head. Neck. Yep.
That's what they needed to do with this. Just have the swap out neck on this, because he
looks high
great with the alternate head, but his neck's still blue, and it's clearly like it should be skin tone right down to around here. So
yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm tempted to paint it, but then I'll have to open the second one. So.
Still the best Marvel Legend Captain America, would you say?
Yeah, definitely. It's an amazing. I prefer it to the 80th. I sold my 80th actually to get it before getting this one. So.
Yep, nice.
Lexi's
like shaking his head.
Lexi's not happy about selling the 80th.
Well, Lexi's like got the other one while we're showing this one off.
And I panellined my shocker.
Oh, nice! Was that easy, or like is that a tedious job or worth doing? It looks great, but I'm scared of ruining my one shocker.
Yeah. No.
I started doing it at 10:30 last night, thinking I'll only take half an hour, and I finished at midnight. So.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, it's meticulous. You don't want to ruin it, so you just got to be very patient.
Well, I watched Robo do it, and I was like, well, it seemed pretty quick. He had it on twice speed, but it looked quicker than 2 hours. So I was a bit like, geez, can I just go to bed? But every time I finished, I'd like, I'll just do this arm. And then I'd be like, I'll just move on to the leg. And then by the time I've done it all,
I wouldn't have stopped though. I'm the same as you. Like if you're going to draw it all, you want the ink and all that to dry at the same time, all of that, they'll go for it. You need to take some pictures of that. I'm very curious of doing it myself.
Yeah, definitely. The one thing I would say is, when I was doing it, I kept thinking, oh no, this looks crap now. But then when I woke up in the morning and looked at it finished, I was like, actually, this looks a million times better than it did when I started.
Yeah,
I did keep looking at, oh shit, what have I done? I'm going to have to buy another one.
Yeah, you're over-analysing it, yeah. But once it's on the shelf and you just get that glimpse of him, I do think, like, I said it throughout my review, the black lines would have really popped. Like, what they did on Baron Zemo, on his sort of sculpted details, they've actually done some dark wash, where if that wasn't painted in, it would look ridiculous. So, same sort of with a shocker.
Well, I used the brown Gundam marker. And actually, it looked better after it. Once it had been left a couple of hours to dry, it actually settled in better than it looked when it was first going on. So, it actually improved just leaving it for a couple of hours. Because there were a couple of bits where the ink was too dense, but it seemed to dry down.
Very tempted to do it myself, not going to lie. But again,
I'd go for it.
Yeah, I just need to make sure I can still get a second shocker if I panic. I'm like, panic, buy a second one off Amazon or something.
They'll probably be half price at Christmas. I reckon I can see that one.
Nah, these retro cards, they're popular at the minute. And
even the ones from the first wave, there are a few that hung around.
But now they're all hard to find.
True.
I just sold Green Goblin for a pretty penny of my extra. I did. So yeah, the collecting market's gone a bit mad for them. So I do think eventually, even like Spider-Man 2099 will go up, like Cloud has got. But yeah, just because you were also showing off the Turtles real quick, did you go for the whole wave or just Donatello?
I did originally, and then I cancelled the other two off, and I think Krang will might be, well, Krang's the only other one I've got on order. So that might be my last one for the moment.
Yeah, I want Krang, but like for the price point for what Krang is, I'm like, come on, like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But he does look good though.
I've ordered the first of the Fury Toys Turtles, so I'll probably get. I don't know how deep they'll end up going.
Oh yes, nice. Is that the Leonardo, isn't it? The Samurai Leo, yeah.
Yeah.
Tanner, what was your favourite Super 7? 'Cause you got them all. So what's your favourite of the wave? Obviously, excluding Donatello.
Out of this
obviously.
wave, aside from Donatello.
Of course, yeah, of course.
I'm going to have to say Muckman, just because it's so big, it's so hefty. It's the box dwarf is like 1.5 of the other boxes.
Yeah, thicker, yeah.
So it is...
Oh, hello.
Hello. Is it up? Okay, let me open the window. She wants to go out.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw her out then. I was like, that's a bit harsh. All right, Kurt Zuma. Bloody hell.
Jeez. No, we're not going to get into that on here.
No, we won't.
But yeah, it's a case of, but I digress. Back to this. I'm going to take it out again. It's just so huge.
You are actually displaying all these now, though, ain't you? Did you make some room?
No. They are literally all in their shipper boxes.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
In the corner. So if I do want to piggyback for a fund or a rainy day fund,
yeah,
I can go until I get somewhere bigger, and then I can display them.
Because the pictures you've been sending me is your Neko Dio, just full of the cartoon ones, isn't it? Like, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So when you get in the party wagon, though, Tanner?
He is.
So are you going to get them all out of the boxes there?
No, he's going to park it on his drive. That's where it's going to be.
Well, I don't know. It depends how big the actual party... Well, it's going to be huge, but it may stay in the box for a little while, but I'll decide when it arrives.
I'm going to do a comparison of that video, and I'm going to do a comparison to my actual car. There's going to be a clip on my YouTube video of the turtle fan next to my actual car. I promise you. I'm going to put Teddy in the turtle wagon if I can, and see if I can push him around for a little bit. All right, Rush, what about you? What new legends you got? Have you got any of the... Because I know America's a little bit slow at the minute with distribution, but...
Very slow. Honestly, the only thing I've gotten in, Target just sent me Astral Strange. I mean, I've got the whole wave pre-order, but this is the only thing that I've gotten in. So, waiting. Beyond that, just the only things I've picked up is for the Master Shelf.
Nice. That's the Motu version, a Motu mix, isn't it?
Yeah, the Revelations.
Yeah, shout out Phil Jones. He's educating me on stuff like that with the Mythic Legions, and they're doing that. They've used that skunk. What's he called? Skunk something or other? Stinkor, yeah. Obviously, yeah. He's a skunk. He stinks. Yeah, my bad. And what Transformer was that? That's the...
Blaster.
Nice. He's like Soundwave, isn't he? He's got like a audio cassette. What's his audio cassette called? It's Eject.
Honestly, I don't know.
It's Eject.
Yeah.
It's Eject. I was just trying to remember, yeah. It was at my tip of my tongue. Yeah, there he is.
Yeah, but beyond that, waiting on everything. So most pre-orders aren't supposed to start arriving here until like April 1st. So, hey, in 2 months, I can talk about what I get in.
Well, hopefully sooner. Hopefully soon. Because we're the same. We get told it's not coming until the end of March, but then it just turns up a week later, do you know? So you just don't know.
It's like I've got both the Retro Wave and the rest of the Multiverse of Madness Wave on pre-order. They're hitting the Target stores around here, but again, I have them on pre-order, and with Target, I was able to... They were on sale, so I saved like $50 ordering. Yeah. So I'm just waiting on that. I've got no hurry to, get everything in. So when it comes in, it comes in. So
I'm the same. If I could genuinely save 50 quid on a wave, then I'm not in a rush to get it. Like YouTube channel or not, 50 quid's 50 quid. So fair play. Alexi, did it seem like the postman just arrived, or was that Amanda handing you off something? What's going on? Live unboxing?
No, I literally just got a...
Is it a toy? Can we see a live unboxing? Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
You're cool with NSFW content, right?
Yes, of course I am. Let's go. Hey, there he is.
Finally got the Hercules.
So, are you opening him up? Do you open them up?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
that guy's going right up here on my classic Avengers shelf.
Nice. I like the poses.
Yeah. And I got quite a bit. I finally put this guy together without having to buy MCU figures, so I was very happy about that.
Nice.
And then I got another retro. Over here, I got the Hammerhead.
He impressed me.
That guy's gonna get.
He impressed
That
me.
guy's gonna get opened up. Honestly,
Got him on the way.
I've seen it. I've seen the Spider-Man.
So I bought those bath pieces for Armadillo, and the guy sent that black suit Spider-Man to.
Even he didn't want it
either. Yeah, it's like I don't want this.
Next time you sell someone something, just pack that in with it and just keep passing it along and see how far it gets.
That's how I got rid of AOA Blink.
Okay. Someone who doesn't. Want
I got.
That's an awesome.
We got this on the restock.
No, is that the black one?
Yeah. So as Tanner's doing all in on Super 7, I'm going all in on the MathX Hush. So I had to backtrack to get this. Luckily, they did a re-release, so I swooped in on the re-release.
Yeah, Tanner's showing off the I haven't got Catwoman and I haven't got Joker. And I tell you what I wish I should have got. They re-released Batman and apparently... No, Batman, sorry. They re-released a Superman in a few places. And apparently, like, the deco's better. Like, it's just... I don't know. Like,
he's got the yellow triangle on his back.
Did you get it? Or was that the previous one?
This is the original one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys can see it.
I've got it here too.
But I
For
don't
those collecting
understand...
the Hush line, has Hush actually been released?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hush came out a little while ago. Yeah, late last year.
He's not great. I have him here.
I think, yeah.
The problem is he doesn't have bicep swivel. Like, it's just in the joint here. So that was really annoying. Because I wanted to make him hold a rifle, but he can't even do that.
So bad.
Yeah, I asked because Hush is actually one of the few characters that I actually cosplay. So I've got a really great costume of Hush. So it's like to have an actual figure of him. I have the old one that's almost like a statue. So just wondering if the new one is actually worth getting.
Yeah. The sculpt on that looks amazing, but they just dropped the ball without that bicep swivel. I think I had talked to Tanner about it when he first came out, and I was like, eh. I got this guy recently, Mezco KG Beast.
Nice.
Very happy with that. Super good figure. And then I also got that Super 7 Casey Jones. I actually have all 4 waves of Super 7 that they've released.
And then what are you getting rid? What are you getting rid? Speak to us. Let it out.
Let me put it into terms you can understand, okay? It's 4th and 15. You're in the red zone, okay? You drop back for quarter play. You look out into the distance. You see 3 receivers. You've got SHF turtles. You've got Super 7 turtles. And then you've got your NECA turtles, all right? So you're trying to make that play. You're going to drop ball, 3rd quarter, end zone line. And when you throw the ball, are you expecting Super 7 to do a highly articulated catch, or are you expecting it from SHF or NECA? So I just have to go with 2 out of the 3, you know? Sorry. One stubs their toe and then falls and starts crying. Are you back?
I went into a different world there. I just don't know where you sent me, but it was like a trance.
Ironically enough, I got that. That's quite a good, interesting analogy.
Do you know what? I joke about football, but every year, most years, if I'm awake, I will put the Super Bowl on, just because I'm like, what am I missing? But I end up
commercials, a ton of commercials.
Literally, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm like, where's the new Moonlight? Where's the new whatever we're gonna see tonight? That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. No, so as it stands, I'm gonna have literally 3 sets of turtles, and I just don't have the space for that. So, of the 3, I'm gonna go with SHF and NECA, and honestly, partly because I don't want to budget for the Super 7 van, but I'm pretty sure I can budget for the NECA one. So I'm just gonna get rid of the Super 7 core turtles and some of the other like adjacent figures like Splinter, April O'Neil, but I still kept like the Foot Soldiers, Rocksteady, and Bebop. These guys
great.
Are all
they look great.
Yeah, high class. Metalhead is amazing. Baxter, I like him better than the NECA. I think he has more articulation than the NECA. Shredder, there's just not a lot of good Shredders out there. So in route, I have Turtles in Time, NECA Shredder. And I also have like a few other retro Marvel Legends. Dorkside was really playing me, so canceled my order with them, and I went to GameStop and Entertainment Earth, and I got everything I had with Dorkside for cheaper. So, and they're actually shipping it as we speak.
It's how you play the games.
One of them already got here.
It's how we have so much stuff. Is that you just play this game like we know what we're doing after a while.
Since everyone's talking about the Super 7 turtles, and I have none. How do they compare in size to the NECA turtles? Because honestly, the only one that I'm even somewhat interested in with Super 7 is Ray Fillet.
They're bigger. Bigger.
What?
Bigger.
Okay.
Bigger. They're bigger and chunkier. Just think, and again, for anyone in the chat who's like always curious while we're talking turtles and trying to decide which one they want to try, the Super 7 turtles are meant to be a tribute to the Playmates toys. The version, whatever the toy of that character looked like back in the early 90s, Super 7 have sort of souped it up, as Rich said, and it's a tribute to the toy line, the Turtles toy line, where NECA do the movie and the cartoon. So the characters sometimes look drastically different from toy to cartoon. So that's why some characters look very similar, like Muckman does look quite similar from cartoon to toy, but then other characters like, is it Mutagen Man? He looks very different. He looks really different from this toy to the cartoon. So they represent different versions of the turtles. So you got to think, where does your passion lie? Do you got that nostalgic attachment to the Playmates toys because that's what you had as a kid, or have you got the nostalgic attachment to the cartoon, that 80s cartoon? For me, I loved both, so I'm dabbling in both. I'm definitely all in on NECA, not so much Super 7, mainly because of price. If it was at a more affordable price, like maybe the £30 mark, I reckon I would have been all in. But that £50, 4 figures in a wave, it's like £200 a pop. It's not easy sometimes, especially when you're going crazy with Legends. So, but yeah, I love them both for their own reasons.
No, like Super 7, they're like the souped up Playmates, as we say it. So what about the ones Playmates are releasing? They just straight up re-releases of those old ones.
Yeah,
they've got no new articulation or anything.
Rush, for example, sent me a Donatello. I was struggling to get Donatello. And Rush, where did you find it, Rush? Just on the shelves at Walmart or something?
Walmart.
Yeah, like it's just re-releases, just because obviously nostalgia sells at the minute. So Playmates are like, wow, let's just re-release what we did. And I'm a sucker. I brought them all, but because for me, keeping them on card will be my little, as I said, tribute to the Playmates toys. Even though I know in my head they're not the ones from the 80s, it's the same bloody toy on a different card.
Yeah, it seems like the Playmates Turtles and the Masters of the Universe Origins line are both taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and why not? Why not? If people want them, I love the opportunity to get them. So again, I'm not paying £200 for a 20, 30-year-old figure that I'm only going to have on display anyway. Just when the one that Rush sent me looks exactly the same as the one, it's just technically not the 30-year-old one.
Origins is like brand new sculpting on it. It's got like they've got more articulation than the like original elastic.
Oh, so they updated the original thing. Okay, yeah. I guess that's what Ultimates is, though. I guess, isn't it? It's like they're taking what was done and turning it into a 2022, 2020 figure, whenever they started. I think it was 2020. Just going to the comments real quick. Mike D uses his channel membership token to say, guys, you realise how dangerous this is talking about toys we brought while within earshot of our significant others on Valentine's Day. Look, yeah, Tom's hidden away. I'm hidden away. Rich has got his bottle of wine. They don't have ears. We're all good. We're all hidden away nicely. Apart from Amanda, who's constantly trying to show off her minifig collection. That we're desperate to see, Amanda. We want to see it. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, okay. Let's okay. We just talked some toys. Now let's talk some news. So let me see if I can get everything up. So I'm trying to have a non-crashed stream today. So I'm just gonna take my time. I'll be patient with this.
While you're doing that, can I just shout out Hero.Collections?
No, you can't.
I was there for his stream with Dark Joker Zen and Infinity Equation, and he did great. He was a blast on the show. Yeah. I know he's watching on the replay, so super chat me through Venmo.
How much did it cost? No, fair play. And as I said that at the start, but yeah, Brandon, the Hero.Collections himself, was a guest on the Infinity Equation. He went solo. Right? I was so proud to see him there on his own. But yeah, he went with Dante and Alex on the Infinity Equation. I've watched about an hour so far. I'm still catching up on it myself. I was out that evening, so I couldn't watch live. But I'm glad you were there with him, Alexi, just in case he needed that moral support. But yeah, hopefully the last hour, because they've been talking, most of the first hour is just Boba Fett talk, so I'm hoping the second part of the stream they get back into toys. Because that's what I'm there for. I'm there for the toys. And talking about toys, let's jump straight into it. Let me press some buttons and let's go. Okay, so
we did have a super chat off Mark Tack as well.
Oh, did we? My bad.
He said 179. Been playing with his Ultimate Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles all weekend as well.
Oh, thank you, Mark Tack. Sorry, I must have missed that during our conversations. But Mark will be joining us in the second group, and I'm sure he can talk about. I don't even think he has any Ultimate Turtles, so I don't know if he's just lying to us. I don't know if that was just a super sarcastic comment, because I know that guy only buys infantry troopers from G.I. Joe. For some reason, they're the foundations of his house. But we'll find out. We're asking him in group two. But thank you very much, Mark. I appreciate the super chat. So yeah, let's get into some actual Marvel Legends talk. So this isn't new news, of course it isn't, but it is always nice to see the official promotional pictures when stuff go up for pre-order, because now we know exactly what we're getting. We're seeing the figure in the box, we're seeing what accessories they come with, and we're seeing what we're going to get in our hand eventually. And hopefully, sooner rather than later. The pre-order actually states that this Bonebreaker wave isn't going to be out until November of 2023. But this is meant to be the next wave, like after Doctor Strange. There is no other Marvel Legends wave currently up for pre-order apart from this one. Strange is hitting now, and then this is the only other Marvel Legends wave currently out. So, like, if this isn't out till November, like, what's happening between March to November? Like, something weird's going on with distribution. I'm sure we will see this wave. Yeah, Spider-Man, a little hint. But I'm sure we will see this wave before November is my point. But still, let's talk about it, because it has got new characters. And I always forget what people want. Oh, I forgot to talk about them. I'll come back around. Okay, let me get into... Where's this? There we go. So there's the whole wave. There's the 7 figures in the wave. So let's just go around the table and see what people's overall thoughts are. So I've got the pictures up. There's the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure. Reavers, of course. I know Dwight was desperate to do this for a long time. Then we got Maggot, Darwin, Havoc, Siren, Vulcan on the brand new Bucky Cap updated body, and then Sabretooth's first appearance, and this Wolverine that maybe 1 or 2 people asked for. But there he is, all the same. The only one with an interchangeable head. But let's go around the table and just see what people are actually buying from each one. And Mark Tack actually says, I'll prove it. Okay, we want that proof, Mark. We want that proof. I didn't know Mark was buying Super 7 Turtles. Is that you, Tanner? Have you been influencing Mark Tack?
Who knows? Who knows? If I have, then it is
got
what
me.
it is, right?
We'll find out. Well, he is the co-host of
You're
Turtles and
welcome,
Tea.
Cloud. You're welcome.
It makes sense.
I'm sure I love it.
It makes sense. It's the right man for the job. All right, so I apologise the audio's changed on screen, but it just makes it easy for me. Let me just go around. I'll start with Tom underneath me. So, this wave, what have you pre-ordered, and your final thoughts now we've seen the pretty promotional pictures?
Looks great. I haven't pre-ordered anything.
Is it because you're waiting?
I do want the Build-A-Figure, and I do want Darwin.
Okay.
For sure. Vulcan, yeah. Siren probably, although I don't know whether to wait for a Screaming Head, and I might get Maggot. But I do want the Build-A-Figure, so I'm going to have to get the Build-A-Figure part somehow.
That's how they get you, Tom. That's how they get you. They make the desirable figure the Build-A-Figure.
But I might just wait till every wave, it felt like last year, was ended up in some kind of reduction at some point.
Quite soon after as well. Like, some waves were literally on sale weeks after hitting the shelves, it seems. So it just seems to be a lot of Legends. And apparently this year, there's going to be even more, like more Legends in a usual year, if I've read things correctly. But again,
and if the price is going up, I can only see them going on sale more.
Yep.
To be honest. So I'm going to wait. I've never waited on a Legends wave before that I wanted, so I'll try. I'll give it a go. See what happens.
Well,
I don't want to be kicking myself in 6 months' time that I didn't get it, but we'll see.
Well, for the last like 4 or 5 years, I have been pre-ordering as soon as a wave went up for pre-order, I'd order it from the place I thought would get it first. But this last, like, since the COVID era, there is no predicting who's getting it first, when they're getting it. Like, so like this year I've tried to, and last year I did have everything on pre-order, and then would find myself very frustrated when other stores would get things in 4 weeks before the place I'd pre-ordered it from, and I'd feel like then trapped. They're like, oh great, I could get it, but my pre-order's locked in. And so this year I am actually holding back on pre-ordering a lot and sort of waiting to see when it lands, where it lands, before committing. But But yeah, it's an awkward one. But I'm sure, as you said, this will be available for a while because
if it was essential or an exclusive, then I'd go for it. But I think just as a mainline wave, it's just you can wait and see what happens.
This is for the deep cut fan as well, because again, I'm sure the other guys will talk about it more than me. But like, apart from Wolverine, this has got some characters we've never seen before, and it ain't exactly known by the average Marvel fan either. So we shall see how popular it comes. But let's go down to Rich. Rich, what about you on this wave? What are you in for? What's your overall thoughts now you've seen the boxes?
So, like Tom, I haven't pre-ordered any. It's the first Marvel Legends wave. I haven't pre-ordered either, but I'm all in for it. I'm just like, I'm fed up of the, like, one figure doesn't ship. Like, at the minute, Mordo hasn't shipped. So if you've ordered a wave of Doctor Strange, you've got to wait for that to come in. So this year, if there's figures I want, I'll order them on Pulse or Amazon, because then you can cancel it if it comes in somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to wait, see who gets the wave in first, and then I'll order a case then. That's what my plans are at the minute. I think it's a good wave for X-Men fans. I think for a general, like, the general population, this is a weird wave, especially the one to put your price increase on, in that there's none of these characters are in the, like Wolverine and Sabretooth, I would say, are the A-list characters, and they're not in their, like, most recognizable costumes. Like that Wolverine, if they'd have done an astonishing X-Men Wolverine rather than this one, I think that people would have been a lot more happier. It's just like, it's from the Return of Wolverine from 2018. It's a costume he didn't even wear for that long. He's just got those, like, black shoulders. Like, I've seen some people who really like it, and, you know, good for them. But, like, if it wasn't the fact that you order a wave, you get, like, more or less get a figure free, I would miss this Wolverine because you don't need him for the Build-A-Figure.
It's true.
But
No
everything else,
piece.
like, I know a lot of people do not like that Sabretooth, but that is, like, that's my favorite look for Sabretooth, is classic Sabretooth. So I get people wanting, like, the bulky Jim Lee version, but I think we'll be getting that in the VHS line eventually anyway. So I'm happy with this one. I know a lot of people said the head sculpt was awful. I quite like the head sculpt, so I haven't got a problem with that. Like, Siren is a character that I've wanted for a long time. So it's a shame that if you can go with one head, you didn't give it the screaming head, but you give it this one. But again, the costume is like the costume I wanted. It is like the Greg Capullo redesigned the second costume Siren had in X-Force. So I think a lot of people wanted to, like, earlier, bulkier costume, but I thought that costume was shit. So I really like this costume, and I'm glad they went with it. They could have, like, gone, like, with the thigh belt. She had, like, the thigh straps like Havoc has. That's about, like, the only thing missing from this one. But otherwise, yeah, I like this figure, and hopefully it means we'll get Banshee eventually. And, like, Darwin and Vulcan, they've got your Deadly Genesis team, and, like, Darwin starts off that, like, X Factor investigation series as well. So, like Tom was saying, I think eventually if we do see another Siren, it might be like a multi-pack of, like, X Factor investigations with, like, multiple man and, like, maybe more Monet, maybe. I just keep saying Monet. When do they've got to make her, haven't they? If I keep saying it enough. It worked for Tigra, so let's keep trying that.
Well, as you said, this wave has got, like, 5 characters in the line that we haven't seen in Legends before, so
they're not A-list. Like, my thing is last year with AOA, like, that was the only wave that Smiths didn't carry in the UK, because I think it hasn't got the X-Men. Like, the X-Men are still big and everything, obviously, but they're not to the general public. I don't think they're in, like, if you talk to, like, younger people, it's probably not in their mind's eye. The X-Men, there hasn't been, like, an animated show for quite a while. Like, the films have been a bit shit, the last couple they've put out. So I think, like, with the animated show coming out, like, those kind of looks is what people want. Like, if they put, like, maybe a morph in this line, I think people would have been more excited for it. Or, like, a different version of Wolverine, like I said, a different version of Sabretooth. The X-Men usually has, like, a couple of figures that appeal to the masses. Yeah. And this one, to me, doesn't seem to have that figure. I'd say Bonebreaker is probably the one. I think people will buy the wave, like Tom said, just to get that Bonebreaker. I don't think any of these, like Maggot, Vulcan, and Darwin, they're very niche characters in X-Men history from, like, specific periods, where it's, like, it tends to be with a general, like, consensus of, like, non-X-Men fans. It's like the 90s fans. That's what everyone seems to like. So in 90s looks, you've only really got Siren, and I suppose Maggot came in at the end of the 90s. Like, otherwise, these are not 90s figures. But obviously, they've got that VHS line now, haven't they? So that's where I think the 90s looks are going to be going for the future.
Yeah. Again, time will tell, because I do think this wave will hit sooner than November, but they're telling us November.
Robot Kingdom's got it down for August, so they are Hong Kong, so it might show up earlier, like, overseas.
So there's got to be a Marvel Legends wave in between this.
It's going to be probably the Thor wave. They probably can't reveal that because we haven't even seen a trailer yet. And again, that Disney Plus wave probably all it like embargoed because the Disney Plus shows like Miss Marvel got pushed back. Moon Knight is only just like probably get another trailer tonight or something. So we might see a Moon Knight figure.
Well, we have seen Mr. Knight now as well, so we may even get that in Legends form. But I'll see if I can put a pic of that up before the end. Let's go around. Rush, what are you saying with this wave? Obviously, you must be all in, right?
Oh yeah, I'm all in. I've got a pre-order through 3 different sites just in case one cancels. So yeah, again, X-Men are my bread and butter. So I just wish Siren had a better head. Not really, of course, screaming head, but it's like just her head sculpt itself kind of looks kind of like on the little manly side. Just
what man are you looking at? Because I don't think she looks manly at all.
Well, no, it's like Marvel Legends was doing so good with having like good female head sculpts, and it's like then with Sue Storm, and then this one, it's like it just looks wider than a lot of your regular female head sculpts, and just looks so bland.
She's Irish. They don't have sunrush. That's what. Come on.
I'm Irish. I understand. But it's like it seems like. It's like I saw someone with the Sue Retro that they just added a little bit more paint to it, like gave her eyeliner and everything. It looked amazing. It's like it just seems like they're not adding, proper paint or anything. It's like her eyebrows look like very thin. It's like everything just looks very thin on it. So it's like just the face itself looks thicker than all like the lips, eyes, and everything. So just I'm wanting to see someone get that in. And which will probably be over in UK, so it's kind of funny that it's kind of funny, Dan, that you're saying, well, you don't know which is going to come in first, and over here in America, it's like UK is going to get it first.
Not always. We've been lucky this year. I'll give you that. This year, it's been so far. January's been good to us. We got the Spider-Man wave quite quickly.
Captain America,
yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not disputing it. We've been quite lucky this year, but as the year progresses, I guarantee you. Things won't always be that way because, like, we've not got Iron Man, for example, but it seems like the US and Canada that's been popping up. So there's no real logic or anything to it. So we've been lucky so far, but I guarantee that luck doesn't last. But we shall see. We find out.
Yeah, it's like, but with the rest of the line, it's like I'm all in. It's like the X-Men during '90s. I loved all those looks, and with you guys talking about how the anime cartoon's going to be coming out 2023. It's like I wonder if that's why they're releasing like all these, like, as you guys say, like D or C or D list characters. That way when the new anime show comes out with the characters that people know more, it's like then say release all of the 90s looks and everything, not really the VHS because I hate the VHS line, but just release them because they'll actually be in the show, so they're more likely to get picked up then by the general public and not just the collectors. So it's like a balancing act. It's like I love all these rare characters. Give me any character that we do not have yet.
Agreed. No, I agree.
With the Wolverine, I love the look of that Wolverine. It's close enough to the Astonishing one, and luckily the shoulder pads we know just pop out. So I'm going to switch those out with the bluer shoulder pads, and the claws I'm just going to replace with steel claws from Ken of Beams. So I'll have the look that I want with that one.
Why are his claws all red at the bottom there, Rush? Like, what happened?
When he was brought back to life, he had a new power that they've since like not even talked about, where if he got angry, his claws would heat up.
Oh.
So that's why they're called hot claws. So like, not only are they metal, but then they're burning hot metal. So that lasted all for like a few months. So.
Yeah, I've never seen it in any type of media where his claws are red hot. But
if your claws are made of adamantium, what's the advantage of them being hot?
Hot adamantium. Very dangerous.
Yeah.
It's like, you just think it's like if metal heats up, then it becomes soft. So that's actually, counterproductive there.
Yeah. Logic, comic logic. But I completely agree with you, by the way, Rush. Like, as I said, with all these legends behind me, give me characters I don't have. Like, all in for that. But like Rich was saying as well, it's to the general public. These may be a little bit obscure because one of our stores, Smith's, as Rich was saying, didn't order a wave that didn't have any popular characters in because you got to think selling it to the general consensus. But I do think with Disney Plus now, people can revisit shows and characters. Like, kids can watch stuff that we watched now via streaming. Do you know, like, where back in the day, if you didn't have the VHS tape, you're not watching it. So like, these characters will slowly get more into the zeitgeist, but even these type of characters, none of these appeared in like any X-Men show that I can think of. Well, a few of them did, obviously, but like maybe not the way they currently look. But yeah, it would be interesting to see how these go. But I hope they come before November, that's for sure. And I hope you get them as well, Rush. I hope you find these first. You're the X-Men guy.
The only thing I ask of you, Dan, is when you get the Vulcan in during this review to go along with your conversation with the Hasbro team, just keep on referring to Vulcan as
Bucky Cap 2.0. I will. Don't worry. I'm going to keep that rolling. Yeah, not a problem. What about you, Tanner? You just mentioned something about the claws. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was going to say when the claws get hot, if I remember correctly, it kind of affects his healing factor and slows that down as well.
Oh dear.
So
you wouldn't want them then.
I think at one point his healing factor got so strong it was a way to kind of like dial it back, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, when he came back from the death, it's like he also had one of the Infinity Stones, and that was dropped as well.
Which one did he have?
I think he had the Space Stone or something like that.
Wolverine had the Space Stone.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but again, it's like he came back to life, and then they went to the whole Age of X-Men, which was just pretty much setting it, like filling in time before House of X started. So once House of X started, kind of reset everything. It's like, okay, now whatever.
Comics. That's the explanation. Just say comics. Crazy. But what about the wave in general? Tanner, what are you going for?
So I'll probably get everything in the line. Just pick up the wave. I haven't done it yet. I'll see where the mood takes me when I decide to
what you fancy.
Get it from. Yeah. I do like a lot of the figures. Some of the looks, like Vulcan and Darwin, they remind me of when the X-Men, I was reading it when the X-Men was up in space and Vulcan was like king of the, was it
Shi'ar?
Shi'ar.
Yeah, he was king of the Shi'ar. Yeah. But yeah, they look good. I'm interested to see how the new body mold comes out, and that bath looks really, really good as well. It looks quite interesting.
As we keep saying, that seems to be the draw of this wave, that's for sure. So, yeah, pretty good. What about you, Cloud? What are you going for?
Well, I do want to say, on Rush's comment about Siren's face and Sue's face, that I agree, like, a little makeup can go a long way to making unattractive people look better. So I agree with you there. I'm 100%. I'm all in. Siren has been on my wish list for a really long time. And like you, and any new characters, especially X-Men related characters, I'll throw them up on the shelf. Yeah, there she is. Give her a little
I'm sorry, Cloud. No makeup can fix this face. All right, no makeup.
Figured if there was hope for me, anybody could be saved.
Not for Sue.
Poor Sue. But yeah, I'm all in. I already pre-ordered through Pulse. I'm excited. I think the only character I don't really care about is Havoc. And it's just because that's not the version I prefer. I'll probably throw those effect pieces on the 90s one from the 2-pack. But otherwise, this is an impressive wave.
I said on Thursday I might try and swap out the head with the one I've already got, the modernized version, because his outfit hasn't changed too much over time, apart from his X Factor spout. But the black and the blue's always been very similar. I know the crown is very comic accurate. I get it, but I just think it's too crazy and wacky. But the effect pieces will be interesting. I'm assuming it's just a peg on the back. I don't think that's a new body. It's just the standard. It's just, is it Sunfire body maybe, or Spider-Man, Pizza Spider-Man body?
Is it the same one they used for Professor X for House of X?
I don't know. That would be too skinny. I think that's too skinny.
No, okay, you're right.
I think that's on the Pizza Spider-Man body, and this is the Sunfire. I don't know if I'm wrong. Anyone call it out, but I think that's the Sunfire body. All right, nice one. What about you, Jay? What are you going for?
Well, I've kind of joined everybody else, really, that I want the wave, but I haven't, for the first time in years, not actually pre-ordered it yet.
Yeah.
For the same reasons. The price increase seems to have shot them in the foot a bit, because I wouldn't have even thought about it before. I just pre-order, that's it. This happens. But now they've actually made me think. I'm like, well, actually, the last 3 X-Men waves have all gone to clearance. Like the House of X, Powers of X wave went to clearance at Smith's. AOA 1 went to clearance. I got an email last week from a retailer saying AOA Wave 2 was all £10, and they literally just bought it at full price. So it seems like X-Men just doesn't sell at the moment.
Oh, it's not. I don't think it's a case that they don't sell. I just think that we are embedded in this community, so we're like more aware of what's going on. We know every place that are selling these, etc. And like us as consumers, we get our comfort zones where we have our 2 or 3 stores that we are confidently buying from regularly, and then these other stores will unfortunately are just like a little bit lost and have stock left over. So again, I just think Marvel Legends is super popular at the minute. They're just pumping these things out from the factory. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say they're not selling, because if they weren't selling, they wouldn't keep giving us them. So they're selling somewhere. Yeah. But once the retailers brought them, I don't think Hasbro particularly cares what happens to them. It's like, if the retailers brought them, then do what you want with them. Like,
yeah, because then I kind of feel bad for our local retailers that usually support straight away with a pre-order. Now I'm actually thinking, well, yeah, Hasbro have got their money already. It's the retailer that'll have to reduce it. But I will get the whole wave, but probably apart from the Wolverine. But I will probably just try and wait this one out and see if it does get reduced. Apart from Iron Fist 14 Sabretooth, because same as Rich, quite desperate for that one for a long time. So
yeah, the Torpid one held up pretty well, but this is obviously probably going to be an upgrade. And
there's 5 of us Brits right in this group as well, and none of us have pre-ordered this wave. What if none of the stores order this now? We'll be fucked come November.
This is what I'm saying.
We can get a siren like £100 buying it for eBay.
At some point, this logic will come to bite us in the ass, because
we shot ourselves in the foot.
We've been spoiled during the last couple of years with an influx of Legends. Like, Legends have been easy to find, which hasn't always been the case. So like, I keep saying it, but we are in the golden age of action figures. Like, things are plentiful, but at some point, this logic we have is going to bite us in the ass, because it's going to be like, well, no one's pre-ordering it. We're only going to get less. We won't pre-order it. And then when these actually hit the shelf, it's going to be all the people that have pre-ordered them that will get them. And they're going to have not many left in reserve. Because we're all assuming that they're going to have these stores, like Jay was saying, these stores will order for the amount of pre-orders they had, and then order a couple of extra, obviously, to sell. But those couple of extras may start getting less and less if the pre-order numbers are lower and lower. So it may come to bite us.
It's inevitable, isn't it? With the repeat, if they keep putting the price up, it's going to reduce the size of availability and the number of products coming out.
Yeah.
There's nothing, especially with the prices going up and everything else. It's just going to happen. There's no stopping it.
Golden Age isn't going to last forever. As I said, we've been in the Golden Age now for a good couple of years, and it's called an age because it doesn't last for ages. So we shall see. But so far, we're all right. And I do think 2022, we're still going to be in good stead. But lap it up while we can, because it's not just Marvel Legends. Like, if you're a fan of anything, you can get it at the minute. So yeah, enjoy it. But like Jay was saying, if you want the builder figure and you're looking to save some money on this wave, then yes, this Wolverine doesn't have a builder figure piece. So if you want Bonebreaker and all the other new characters, but you feel like you've already got a Wolverine you're happy with, you can skip this version if you don't want Hot Claws Wolverine. What about you, Alexi? Are you skipping Hot Claws Wolverine? What are you skipping in the wave? What are you getting? What you think?
This is sad, guys. For just $24.99, you can give these Marvel Legends a home.
It's true.
And for you to cast them out as rejects, waiting for them to be cheaper, it really hits me right here at the goal.
You're really rolling into the Super Bowl. Let's put the depressing commercials up.
Making me feel bad now.
I ordered everything except for that trash Wolverine. I have everything pre-ordered. I have
one man's trash is another man's treasure. Just saying.
4 Legends Wolverines, and then I have the Mafex, and then I have like the Jim Lee Wolverine too. So I'm at my limit for Wolverines, and he's one of my favorite X-Men, but this is my least favorite era of X-Men. And shout out to Rich M, because I read Deadly Genesis and Rise and Fall of Shi'ar Empire on his suggestion, just so I could get to know Vulcan better. So I'm keeping Vulcan, and I'm keeping Havoc, and I'm keeping the Bath. Everyone else is getting tossed out like a wicked stepchild.
Like a black suit Spider-Man.
Like a black suit Spider-Man.
Dan, if you get a chance real quick, I sent you, going back to what me and Cloud were talking about, I sent you a picture of what someone did with the Sue Storm head sculpt for you to check out what a little bit more paint does.
Okay. I know, not Rich, Tom, you swapped out the head with someone, didn't you? Who was it?
With Gwen Stacy's head.
Yeah, nice. Let me follow this picture.
Did you switch the hair too, Tom?
I heated it up and I peeled the hair off, and then peeled the hair off the Gwen Stacy head and stuck the Gwen Stacy head.
I'll see if I can find Tom's video in a second. But what's this? So
on my Instagram.
Yeah, I'll find it in a sec. So whose is this? Where's this from, Rush?
It's someone posted that in one of the Facebook groups I'm in, and just shows that it's like just a little bit shows you what they were going for, and it's like just a little bit more paint will have made that look so much better.
Let's zoom in because I think you're completely right.
I stuck a scroll head on mine in the end. I got
but sometimes it isn't the sculpt. Like, just think online, we actually see the digital sculptors post up like the grey scale versions of these sculpts. So we know it's not the sculpt, it's just the factory. They don't get as many deco hits as they probably deserve, and the sculpt then looks lackluster. Where, yeah, maybe it does show. Maybe Cloud was right after all.
It looks like Pamela Anderson.
It does a little bit. She's got a new Disney Plus show at the minute, hasn't she?
Yeah, with a talking penis in it. You should watch that.
Yeah, I've just seen that episode.
I've not seen it yet, but I think I will go back and watch it. My missus said
family-friendly content on Disney Plus.
Amanda said you only want to watch it because it's Pamela Anderson in a sex tape, and I was like, "You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Sold. I'm in. I'll watch it." Let's see if we can find. Let me jump off this a second. While I find on Tom's page
is the new rivalry Tommy Lee Nugler and Rich M. Anderson.
Yeah, I get to be Pamela. Thanks for that.
Right, I found Tom's video.
Hey, the whole Tom and Pammy shows, like, that all works in because you do have Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier from Marvel, being Tommy Lee, so it all works together.
Yeah. He's the one guy that can say he's banged Pamela Anderson and killed Thanos and won against Thanos.
Yeah, it's true. So this is, by the way, this video I'm playing now is from Tom's Instagram page, Mini Plastic Multiverse. All the links for everyone's Instagrams are in the video description. The whole links. So all you have to do is click the link and it will take you straight to their page, all right? So even you lazy people out there can now follow everybody you see on screen, all right? Just go to the video description and click the link. And this is on Tom's page. And Tom, you took a Gwen Stacy head. Tell us what you did as the video plays.
Took the Gwen Stacy head, heated them both up, ripped the hair off both of them, stuck the Gwen Stacy head on the Storm hair.
Looks good. Does it annoy? So for me, for my weird OCD, I will always know that that's Gwen Stacy's face on Sue Storm's body in my collection. So have you got a Gwen Stacy on display, or have you not even got one on display?
No, I had two of them, so I had a spare head. Okay. I know exactly what you mean. But it looks different enough, I think, with the different hair for me not to worry about it.
Yeah, it
that looks
great.
Really good.
It looks great. It really does. It's just in my weird OCD. I know that most Marvel Legend heads are the same anyway, but like with my weird OCD, if I did that myself, I'd always look at it going, "That's Gwen in disguise." Like, you know.
I get the same way. I had like all of my accessories. I bought bins for them, and I was looking to switch Rogue's hand. And it was just a pile of peach hands, and I didn't know which one was the one she came with. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? No, I couldn't. Yeah. It looks great, but I couldn't.
It does look good. It does look good.
I think she looks a bit too young, if I'm being honest. I prefer looking a bit older. Not as old as the head that came with it.
Yeah.
I made it between the two.
Okay, nice one. All right, gentlemen. All right, that will about wrap it up then for our Marvel Legends talk.
I just got a quick thing before we go.
Oh, please.
Hero Collections wants to know if anyone Smiths has an Amiga Sentinel by it. Could they hit him up because he wants a £5 Amiga Sentinel because he missed it?
I actually managed to get one for £5. I wanted to get two, but my store only had one at the time. But I can display both versions of her now. So yeah, Brandon was a little bit slow to that. So have you got any Smiths in your area, Tom and Jay and Tanner?
Yeah, I've got one literally down the road. Yeah.
Have a look online.
I have one, but it never has. Oh, Smiths. No, I don't have a Smiths near me. I have an Entertainer, but they never have.
Oh, Entertainer's like going through a time machine of 10 years ago of toys no one wanted. It's a joke. Jay and Tanner, have a look for Brandon on your Smiths, on your local Smiths. Mega Sentinel's only £5 in a minute. Same as Charles. Charles is only £5 as well with the House of X head. I actually brought an extra one just because it was £5. I thought, why not? Why not? So you can't say no at a £5 Legend. We rarely get sales like that over here. So Yeah, and again, shout out Brandon, Infinity Equation podcast on this Friday. But that's enough plugging of Brandon. Let's plug you lot. All right, let's go around the gambit. Tell people where you can find you online. Again, before all these guys speak, for the 90 people that are watching right now, all of their Instagram links are in the description below. Just click the link. You'll find their page. Go and give them a follow. Talk toys all day long with you. Super producer, Rich M. Where can they find you?
So apart from in your Star Wars Facebook groups telling how much I love all the Star Wars, I love the Wars of the Stars, you can find me at Displayed Once on Instagram.
Beautiful. Tanner?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, SuperTurk5000. Try to post daily on Instagram, and you can also find me one Tuesday a month on this channel.
Tales and
Tea with the big man Dan.
I've seen you doing a little cameo with David Displays as well.
Yeah, he had me on yesterday quickly, just to have a little chat. It went all right. I had some technical issues.
That's working for WWE and going on AEW, Tanner.
You went through the forbidden door. The forbidden door has been kicked open.
Hey, I was on Wolfpack as well a few weeks ago, so
it's all good.
I'm getting
around. All right. How are you using protection, lad? All right, calm down. What about you, Cloud? Where we can find you?
You've got a cat this cute. You can't say no.
Cat gets the pass.
What about you, Cloud? Where can we find you?
Instagram, Cloud_network, and on Twitter at CloudFoxwell.
You can indeed.
I'm not giving you my other accounts. Sorry, guys.
Home address, phone number?
I'd give you that before I gave you some of the other shit that I post.
Mother's maiden name, last 4 digits.
Yeah. Pin number. Yeah. We'll give you a list, Cloud. We'll give you a list. Jay, what about you?
I've just checked for Brandon in Cheltenham Smiths. It's just down the road, but they haven't got any Omega Sentinels in mind, so know that there. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Jays_Toy Collection UK. I have put a toy room video up.
He has.
Dan shouted at me for not doing anything last time. So
he has. I didn't shout at you. As I said, like as a content creator, I get the hustle. So I just like seeing other people's collections. Like Rush has got a great collection video up. You've put one up recently as well. So if you want to go and see their videos, go and check them out. They're there. They're ready to be available, easy to find. As I said, last week we had an idea of showing people's collections on a Legends and Liquor, but it would be like a 7-hour stream of the amount of toys we lot buy. So we'll see what we can figure out. But yeah, links in the description. Tom, what about you?
At Mini Plastic Multiverse on Instagram, at Mini Plastiverse on Twitter, and hopefully on Jays and Juice before the end of the month.
Hopefully so, Tom. We just need some more. They did say they were going to have another one in February, didn't they?
Yeah, before the end of February.
Yeah, so should be good. And you can get back to enjoying the family now. Don't look too happy about it. Rush, what about you?
Instagram, rusheffects.ml, and since we don't really have anything coming in over here, up on my Instagram, I've been posting like wishlist waves.
I've seen that, yeah.
Be done.
Generation X, come on.
So give the people a couple of wishlist waves you put on your Instagram recently.
Well,
just themes. What themes you been?
I try to make realistic waves, but it's like recently, so I've been making themes of like if they release waves on all the different alternate universes within Marvel Universe, and then just today I posted up about because one of the biggest voids in all of our collections is the young heroes. So I posted a 10-wave set of just different like young heroes, like Champions, Original Hellions, Generation X, Agents of Atlas. All cool designs, but just don't get talked about because they're newer characters. So it's something that's worth looking into.
I think as the MCU move more into young Avenger territory, I don't think it's going to be too long before Hasbro and Marvel follow suit, because there's been quite a few that we haven't had since the Toy Biz days or the dark days of Hasbro at least. But I've seen some of the wish lists, really good. Should turn some of them into some streams. Rush, we'll speak.
Let me know.
Alexi, what about you? Where can we find you? Are you genuinely excited about the game? Like, is that what you're going this evening? You said you're watching it somewhere. Any predictions?
Yeah, it's game day after this. Man, I just did not want the Rams to go.
Who are the two teams in it, by the way? I'm not even joking. I don't even know who's in it.
Cincinnati Bengals and LA Rams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
LA Rams.
And who's the favorite? Who's the favorite to win? Is there a favorite?
The Rams are the overdog right now in the Las Vegas betting pools. But honestly, it's like I'm cheering on the Bengals because they've been my. It's like I'm from Tampa Bay, so the Buccaneers are my home team. Sorry that we took Brady from you. But it's like growing up, it's like
he's retired now. No one's got him.
Yeah. Well, he's left that up for discussion. It's like he's retired, but there's still a chance that he can come back. So he's left it open. So, but it's like I've been a fan of Cincinnati Bengals since I was 8 with the Boomer Esiason and the Icky Woods days. So it's like the fact that they're actually in a Super Bowl, not against the 49ers for the first time. So this is their third time in a Super Bowl. This is the first time that they haven't played the San Francisco 49ers. I know you have no clue what all that means, but I'm rooting on
just
the Bengals
nodding politely.
today.
Nodding politely.
It sounds like someone's a closet football fan.
He knows, doesn't he? He knows his stuff.
Oh yeah.
Homer Simpson nodding politely.
Yeah, nodding politely. I'm just gonna Homer Simpson back into a green bush in a minute. Like, oh, I'm gone.
Hey, we put up with your milk talk.
It's true. I appreciate this. I do chat a lot of shit. You're not wrong. But gentlemen, let me kick you all out, and I'll get Group 2 in here. Hopefully you stick around for the second part. It's Star Wars talk, but of course we'll be racing some ducks as well. All right. So gentlemen, always a pleasure, and I'll see you on the next one.
Third place, baby.
Yes.
Duck racing.
He's doing all right.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Abnagler sucks.
Tommy Lee Nugler.
So as those guys drop out the room, Group 2, if you are watching in the chat, start hitting me up with some fresh DMs on Instagram, and I will send you the link. I know Damien's in the wings waiting to come on. So let me get my Group 2 list up, see what's going on. We have Jamie, of course, continuing the streak. We got Matt, aka Gahubri J, Mark Tatkak, the Army Building King himself, Damien, George, and Thirsty for Chicken Nick is joining us as well. So there may be room for one more. So if there is one more person in the chat who's available, I know Mike D was mentioning it earlier. If there's one more person that wants to jump in, hit me up with a fresh DM, and the first one who gets there, I'll send you the link, and you can come and join Group 2. Group 2, we're going to be discussing a lot of Star Wars stuff. So I hope you can talk Star Wars, as we've talked about Legends already. So there was a Star Wars stream this week. So Group 2, send me some fresh DMs, and I will be back in 30 seconds. You can count them. And I'm back in the room. Of course, it's Legends and Liquor, so I had to go and get myself another drink. And of course, I've got my Thanos Infinity Gauntlet bottle opener, but I'll save that for a second. Let me get some of these fresh DMs sent the link in. So as I said, Legends and Liquor, all for the channel members. People who are supporting the channel get to be on the channel they are supporting. It's such a simple concept, and it's been a lot of fun getting to know these guys. So the fresh DMs are being sent out. So Jamie's got one. Damien's waiting in the ring. Mark Tak is there. Thirsty for Chicken is there. Gahubri J's got one. Fresh DM from George. And I think we are good. So, yeah, there is room for one more. So if you are watching live right now, like if you're live watching this, there's over 70 plus people here. You're watching this live. You're a channel member at the Members Club tier. You support the content. I appreciate you. You want to come on the stream right now, and talk some toys. All you have to do is hit me up with a DM on Instagram, and I will send you the Zoom link. All you have to do is have Zoom and a microphone, and you're in. It's as simple as that. I do all the hard work on Streamlabs on my end, all right? And I'm getting better at it. Let's hope we don't have a crash today, and we should be good to go. So far, no crash, so we're good. So if you are in the replay crew, If you're watching this after the fact, obviously the Super Bowl's come and happened. Spoiler alert, who won? No one knows. Let me know in the comments. Are you in the replay crew? Always curious to see who's watching these streams after they're live. But I always appreciate it. So let me know in the comments of this video if you're in the replay crew. Thank you very much. Okay, so the waiting room is filling up. I'm going to wait until the waiting room's full and then get everyone in at once. Just works out a little easier like that. So we've got 5 in there at the minute. We've got Mark, Matt, Jamie, George, Damien. So we're just missing Nick, I think. And then I will hit the button. So we'll wait for Thirsty for Chicken. He's probably getting himself some chicken. Thirsty for Chicken makes it sound like he drinks chicken, though. I'm sure Nick doesn't drink chicken. And, of course, we will be getting into the duck race. Of course, we'll be racing some ducks. So all the guests are involved in that. All you have to do to be in part of the duck race is be here live. If you're here right now in the chat, you can race a duck. It is that simple. Okay, I think everyone's in. Let's get them all in. Let me press enter. Boom. Let's watch them roll in. There we go. Everyone should be in. Right, beautiful. Let's go around the gambit, make sure everyone's mic's working, everyone's here and alive. Mark Tac, how are you doing?
I'm here, Dan. I'm here, everyone. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
We can, my friend. Yeah. We can.
Perfect. Hi, Damien. How are you?
Well, fine to see you and hear you again, huh?
I know, yeah. We chat quite a lot.
All right, can you save the private conversation for another time?
Yeah,
all
right,
I know. Bloody hell. Bloody hell.
Catch up with my mates.
Gahoobery J. Matt, you seem to have a friend there with you as well, to be fair.
He's back.
Hey.
I finally watched Boba Fett last night, so I'm just basking in the glory of the entire show all at once.
Well, you're in the right stream for it because we're about to talk some Star Wars. I tell you, someone who does want to talk a lot of Star Wars is the guy I'm going to speak to next. Nick, you're not a flower anymore. You've blossomed. Oh, here you are. Yay.
Work. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. Hey, it's good to finally be back on here and actually see see myself. Yeah, and you guys see me.
He's not a talking flower in the meadow. He's now a blossomed flower into a man, and he's got his own collection and everything. Look at him. Very impressive.
Thank goodness. Right?
Good. Next up, we got George. George, how you doing, my friend? You're in the new house now, right? You're in the collection's now up.
Yeah, it's all finished now.
Are we bad influence on you continuing joining us on these streams?
Yeah, I've spent quite a bit more since I've started watching the streams. I've been spending a lot more. So.
I apologise. That's all I can do. Damien, my friend, how are you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good to be here again.
Ready to talk some Star Wars?
I'm sure we will. Yeah.
Good man.
Yeah.
Right, Jamie, what about you? You're here. The streak continues.
It does. I'm like the Undertaker.
Oh, don't. Brock's around, mate. Brock is lingering. Something might happen. Be careful. You might get F5'd out of nowhere. Where do you stream from? You've popped in a few different places, but I'm assuming you're in your room if you've got the showers behind you.
Yeah, bedroom.
Yeah. Is everyone on a phone or is anyone on a computer? I'm always curious.
I'm still on a computer.
Computer, yeah.
Yeah, good.
For me, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like my new computer. I just bought a tower, and you'd think in 2022, does anyone really still buy towers? Yes. I do.
Everybody.
Good. All right.
RGB lights and everything.
Gentlemen, I'm going to crack a Koppelberg open. You don't have to drink with me, but it is Legend and Liquor. So let's first talk about some new toys, right? We will get into some Star Wars talk, but I want to know what new toys you've been buying or what you've pre-ordered, all of that good stuff, right? So, Mark, we'll start with you.
All right, Dan.
How's the army building going? What you got?
So I brought the proof. I
want to see it.
Challenge accepted. Yeah, here it is. So, like, everyone seems to have bought Donatello, don't they, recently?
Because he's the best turtle.
Yeah. Donatello, Casey, yeah. Well, you've not opened yours yet, though, Dan.
I haven't opened any, Mark, I haven't opened any of the turtles yet. I haven't even done reviews for them because I wanted to get all of them. So it's been a long wait. It's been nearly 2 years. But the wait is over. I can now open all the turtles.
That makes sense.
I'm very
Funnily
excited.
enough, I felt a bit the same. So I opened Raphael Leonardo and then kept Michelangelo in box. And then now I've got all 4. I've opened them up. And I love them. It's like I feel like I'm a kid again.
Well, they are. That's what I said. They are the Playmates toys, but like souped up. So did you buy them all as they come out, or did you jump on them when they were on sale?
I did. Yeah, I did as they came out. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So I had Raph and I think it was just Raph actually, because I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, maybe a foot soldier. It was Raph and a foot soldier in Wave 1. So I had one of those and an open Raph. Foot soldier's still in the box. I see Brandon's done a super chat, right?
He's just used the channel membership token to say any Omega Sentinels guys a replay crew. So yeah, for us UK guys, if you've got a Smiths near you, Omega Sentinel, which is this lady right here, she's only £5 right now in Smiths. £5. So see if you can help Brandon out and see if you can find one, all right, in your local Smiths. There was one in mine, but I picked it up for me, and Brandon's not having it. He's not having it. It's for mine. But if you can find an extra, let's see if we can hook Brandon up. There you go. But yeah, what else you got, Mark?
Yeah, so I think that is it. Then I'm trying to think what else I got. I think I got Mafex Brown Wolverine since probably last we spoke. Nice. I just got to open him up. Doctor Strange. Yeah, Doctor Strange. But
which Doctor Strange?
Yes, I did.
Which one? The comic
one.
Oh,
sorry, the comic Doctor Strange. Sorry.
Yeah. There's a lot of Strangers out at the minute, Mark. There's the No Way Home one. There's the comic one.
True.
There's the Multiverse of Madness one.
That is true. Yes, it's sport for choice.
You are.
But yeah, that was all I went for, and I think that's it, Dan. I mean, I've just been, like I say, the Super 7 Turtles, the Ultimate Turtles. I feel like a child again, enjoying playing.
So you've got all the Turtles. Are you tempted to like get any of the side characters now? Bebop, Rocksteady, etc.
So I've got them as well.
Oh, nice.
I've got Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder, Casey Jones, a few Foot Soldiers. Now I've got the 4. I'm like, what else? I mean, I'm tempted by Slash. You know, like, I'm kind of what I do want, to be fair, because I had it when I was a kid, was Donatello in the, I want to say Flasher outfit, but you know, like
he's upstairs. Yeah, you know, like, if I had him right next to me, I'd grab him. It's Donatello. Exactly. Donatello in Disguise was my favorite.
Donatello in Disguise
was my favorite Playmates toy as a kid. I've brought the original one. That is one figure I have. That is from like the early 90s. Yeah. He's upstairs with my Bucky O'Hare figures.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive for Raphael. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, now we know we're getting Surfer Mikey, we're getting Samurai Leo. Surely it's got to be either Punk Donatello or, like you, I'm hoping we get Donatello in Disguise. But we shall see.
Well, there's so many they could do, aren't there? I mean, there's so many Playmates. They did Star Trek Turtles figures, I remember. They did. I mean, I know licensing might be an issue, but there's so many they could do. You know, we could get loads, but yeah, I want the in Disguise. In Disguise is a bit more PC than Flasher Donatello, which I called him, but in Disguise
Flasher Donatello probably wouldn't have sold on kids' shelves, to be honest.
Yeah, so that's the one I'm hoping for.
I'm just going to throw these up real quick while we're on the subject, and I'm sure you guys will humour me. So, as we were talking about in the first stream, Playmates are consistently re-releasing their old figures at the minute, and they are just re-releasing now the sport versions of the Turtles. So if I can throw up a better picture, oh no, it's not, I'm on Target's website, which doesn't really work in the UK, but I don't know if you can see it very well, but you've got Raphael as a football player, or soccer Raphael as they would say, Duncan Donatello, where he's got the basketball, MJ's a skater, I assume, so Mikey's a skater, and then Leonardo is an American football player. So Playmates are actually re-releasing them right now. This launch page just hit Target. So my American friends, if you want to help me out, there you go. That's what I'm after, all right? I want them. These type of things don't hit the UK. So I may get lucky with the odd Marvel Legend, but stuff like this, I don't even get a chance because it doesn't come to the UK. So it's tit for tat. It's tit for tat. But yeah, these are the next Playmates releases. And it's just re-releases of the sports, the All-Stars, I think they're called. So, Miguel, Wolfpack, any of my American friends, Andy Davis, my Turtle Whisperer, if anyone can help me out, let me know. But that's what I'm after. And by the way, Mark, while I'm on you, thank you very much for our
pleasure, Dan.
Condor.
Yeah.
So, as people know, I was very curious in this line. I wanted to support Bobby Valla, but my pre-order was taking ages with Kapow. So, Mark hooked me up with his extra Condor, and this was the first Action Force figure I had in hand. Very impressed with it. Like, I understand the hype now. It is they're very good action figures. Very good military style 1/12 scale figures. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Now
these have arrived.
Yeah, Steel Brigade and Swarm Trooper.
Steel Brigade. And of course the Swarm Trooper, and I've also got the gear pack as well. So I'm very excited to see that on the wings, all built up essentially.
Yeah.
So
have you? If Kapow get Series 2 in, Dan, do you think you'll pick some of Series 2 up?
Yeah, I think so. I think I want to finish Series 1 first, though. So I'm waiting. I'm just constantly refreshing Kapow to see if they put up any of their surplus stock, because
Yeah.
Surely they haven't sold the exact amount they ordered. Do you know what I mean? Surely
I know.
there's got
I
to be a
would think
few.
there must be some. Yeah.
And Tom
I would agree.
Tom said he could hook me up with one of the black.
The special ops, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we shall
they're
see.
good as well. Yeah.
All right, nice one. Let's keep going. Matt, what about you? What have you got for us?
Well, I mean, there's everything on that shelf, but that all arrived like a fortnight ago because I was gonna show everything when I was meant to be on last time, but I was not feeling well.
Go through it real quick. What's there? What can you see? It's too small.
Yeah, so there's Transformers on this shelf. So there's the Premium Finish Ultra Magnus. Premium Finish is basically the figures we've already had, but painted better.
Okay.
It's Takara specifically. Okay. It's like they're redoing the figures, so they're technically imports.
Okay.
So they're a bit more expensive, but it's a whole thing. I got the 86 Hot Rod, the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Cliff Jumper and B127, Cybertronian Ratchet, and then this week the rest of the Cybertronian figures arrived. So all the characters from the opening scene of Bumblebee.
So these are all Studio Series figures.
Yeah, these are all Studio Series. So there's Ratchet, Brawn, and then Soundwave. I've had Little Ravage for about 2 weeks now, and he's really fun. But he turns into a box that does nothing unless you have Soundwave for him to go in. So
did they do Laserbeak as well? Was he even in the intro for?
They haven't. I don't think he was in the Bumblebee movie. But
it is mad that they've made those figures for a scene that maybe was 2 minutes long, if that.
Oh yeah, I mean, it hasn't stopped me from buying them. So
no, the character designs are great. No, they're great.
Arguably, it was the best scene in the movie.
Agreed.
I agree.
Honestly.
Chicken. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I used to go on YouTube and just rewatch that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, this week I've got the Mikey and April Power Rangers set. Yeah, I'm getting all of them now. I can't say no.
But you have to now.
I have to.
You have to. It's the
I have
rules.
to. Yeah. I went to the cinema on Friday to see Uncharted.
Any good, by the way?
I thought it was quite good.
Okay.
My expectations were good movie, bad adaptation. I really enjoyed it, but my friends who were really into the Uncharted games, they liked it, but they said it was a bad adaptation. So I'm trusting them, but I had a good time with it.
It's one of them where they could have just made a brand new adventure film with Tom Holland and whatever, and just not called it Uncharted. But because now it's Uncharted got the title, there's certain expectations with that, I'm sure, from the fan base. So I've never played Uncharted, so I won't know anything. I wouldn't even know if it's any different to. Do you know? I won't even know if it's a good adaptation or not. Is my point. So
no, I've only played the first one, and it sort of vaguely hit everything I remember from the first game. So I was happy.
Yeah, it's good enough.
But yeah, while I was out, I ended up impulse buying Perceptor from the Studio Series again. Nice. There's a lot of Transformers this week. I've got like Marvel Legends and Star Wars Black Series, but again, they're a few weeks ago. I got some of the Black Hand Ninjas that were mentioned earlier because my plan for those is I'm going to try and use them as foot soldiers.
Oh, okay, to fight your turtles.
I mean, there's no purple in there, but with the red eyes and the dark color scheme, they're
still ninjas.
Feel like it works.
I'm sure the turtles have fought ninjas at some point.
Exactly. I think that's pretty much it, aside from a tiny Sonic the Hedgehog figure that I also impulse bought.
Even I'm tempted. I see them in Smiths, and I'm thinking, just get a Sonic and Tails for the shelf.
Right, because I did get a handful of them a while ago, but I sold them because they are like the basic kids action figures and
represent the thing that you enjoyed, Sonic the Hedgehog, on a shelf. You won't be picking them up every day. It's just as long as it looks like what you want it to look like. And that's the only reason I've not brought them, is because there's been so many versions of Sonic. I'm like, hang on, which one do I want? Do I want the version of the cartoon because they've done that, or the version from the game because they've done that? And I'm like, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. I've already got. They did like a collector Sonic figure a while ago that's like just the classic look, and I have that. So I kind of have no need for the new ones, but there's like the £10 ones and then the £5 ones, although they've gone up to 11 and 6 now. Price increases, people.
We're being hit everywhere. Even Sonic's being hit.
But yeah, so I've been trying to avoid the actual sort of characters, but I've picked up the like the robot designs from the games.
Oh, okay, yeah, just the bad guys.
Yeah, because I feel like if they were done in a collector format, they wouldn't really have much articulation anyway.
Yeah.
So these work. They're just cute little things to sit on my desk.
I'm tempted to get the 30th anniversary set of Sonic Tales, and it's got like the little TV screens and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, so maybe.
Oh, that's the thing that tempts me, because each character comes with a little item from the game, and I'm just like,
or something.
Oh, that's nostalgic.
So as I said, I never had a Nintendo growing up. Not because I was like, I just for some reason I was just always Sega, and then PlayStation. So
I can respect that.
So I never played Mario or anything like that. I never had any Nintendo games. It was always Sega, and then PlayStation. So Sonic's my man. Is my point.
Mm-hmm.
But nice pickups, and it's good to hear someone talk about stuff that isn't Marvel Legends and Star Wars. Like, I like having that contrast from us all, because as I said, I talk about stuff I like all the time, and I have vaguely, as I said, like right here, like I've got Transformers like on the shelf. I do like Transformers, but I just don't go too deep. I've got a little bit. I went a little bit mad with the Beast Wars stuff, but it's just not something I talk about a lot on the channel. But I do appreciate Transformers, is my point. What about you, Nick? We haven't seen you in a while. What have you been picking up?
It's been a while. I have a question for Matt real quick.
Oh,
is that the arc behind you?
Oh, on that side, yeah.
Transformed.
It is.
Transformed.
Yeah. You can't.
Would you say that's worth it? Because I had it pre-ordered and then I canceled it.
I didn't pay full price for it. It was like 2/3 of the price from Smith's, the place that we all keep talking about. And but I did sell Mainframe, the deluxe, the other figure that goes in him. So it all depends on whether you want an arc. Because have you had a Titan class before?
No,
because that's my first Titan class, and it is. I finally understand what everyone was on about talking about the Marvel Legends Sentinel. It's like I was like, oh yeah, okay, people have a big robot, that's cool. But then I got that, and I was like, oh, I get it now. It's like you have a son. It's like you literally have a small child.
Do you know the little robot you said you sold? That was like a made-up character, though, right? The arc never actually had a little mainframe.
Yeah, it was a made-up character.
Yeah, it was just a completely. I'm assuming the name belonged to some obscure character.
It might have been in the comics, but I don't really read them.
I know that the actual robot mode wasn't anything important, but
of course,
but I think it transformed into Teletran 1.
Yeah,
like the computer that they all used.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. I never watched the 80s cartoon, so I had no need for the computer, but I thought someone out there would have a use for it.
I was also had a vague interest in getting that arc, and again, it's just because I buy so much other stuff. I hadn't pulled the trigger because it's quite pricey, but it did look great. It does look great as well.
See, I can blame Austin, Hero of Collectors, for this, because he the Netflix figures are all Walmart exclusive over there, and I mean they're Smith's exclusive here, but for some reason the leader class ones, the Nemesis Prime, was like 40 quid as opposed to the 65 that it should have been. It was like really hard to come by, and then it just showed up on
they're
discount.
a bit delayed sometimes, but they get there eventually.
Yeah, but so I've picked that up for Austin to go get him. So that was my excuse to go to Smith's. And while I was there, I got something for myself.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, collectors helping collectors. I'm sure Austin will appreciate. Shout out Austin. He said he couldn't make it today because him and Ren Walker are out on some Valentine's date. He's obviously nicer to his missus than I am to mine.
I'd go get them, but they're all the way over there. But I've got Binary and Quasar, and I'm getting Zemo for him as well. I'm basically his British pile of loot.
Oh, that's pretty good. No, that's good. I said I've got a couple of stuff. I'm helping a few people out, and I always say, if you're willing to pay the UK shipping, I will help you out. It's just one of them. But some people don't want to pay the shipping, so
I feel really bad about making him pay shipping though. This is
it's
the thing.
One of them.
I'm like, no,
when,
you don't have
when
to.
like the Wolfpack help me out with my gargoyles or my turtle stuff, yeah, it hurts. The shipping hurts, but for me, I always think of it like, well, it's cheaper than me buying a plane ticket. It's cheaper than me getting on the plane, heading over there. It's cheaper, like it saves me on time as in going anywhere. Like it's like you pay that premium price because you're getting the thing that you want straight to your door. So again, it's
what I've done, Dan and Matt. What I've done as well. You know, CJ Finks, who's in your
CJ.
I've done swaps with him. So I've done like, you know, he'll get me something from America, like say G.I. Joe Cobra Infantry, and I'll get him some Marvel Legends, like say Binary or Quasar, and we'll do like a swap, just send them over, to each other. So done that a couple of times as well.
Yeah, again, collectors helping collectors. That's why, again, another little simple reason that I love this community is that again, we're all just normal people trying to get some toys. So if I can help you and we can help each other, happy days. So yeah, that's great. That's great to hear, Matt. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. So what else you got, Nick?
So yeah, to transition from getting something the size of a child that was also discounted, a couple weeks ago, I went to a calendar store. I don't know if it's in the UK, but it was in. We have this store in the US, and at the calendar store, it was marked 50% off for whatever reason. I don't know why. And they had all the movie ones for 50% off also. I don't know if they're still running this plan, but if you're in the US, go check out the calendar store at your local mall.
We
if you have one.
Definitely don't have a calendar store, and I'm super jealous that we don't right now because
I'm going to say, Dan, you don't want him, do you?
Of course I want him, Damien. Of course I do. Like, if I don't have any 1/4 scale stuff.
Thumbs down, come on.
But if I get one 1/4 scale something, it'll just be one Donatello just to stand in the corner of my room. He can be a guest on the live streams. I'll get him behind me or something like. He can be mates with the Sentinel. Do you know? Like, I don't mind that. But yeah, I'm jealous. So is that the only 1/4 one you've got, just because of the price, or have you been picking them up?
No, I did pick up Raphael when he first came out. I wish I waited now that I could get it at half off, but whatever.
Just quickly, Dan, they had that Donnie on Toys R Us for like £90. It was a damaged box.
Okay. See, I'm a niggler for stuff like that. I don't know if I'd want it damaged, but I do want Donatello.
Can I just say something down there?
Go for it.
See that figure, bring it up again?
Sure.
Bring up Donnie again?
Yeah, it's massive.
Yep.
It's massive.
I grabbed something else, so give me a second.
It is a big
I would
figure.
absolutely love Krang to come in that scale.
Krang?
Krang.
As in
that would be
Android
my
Krang.
dream come true.
Yeah.
Krang
It is
Android body.
It is so beautiful. I want to open it up, but I'll have to wait till after stream. But
oh no, I'm jealous of that, Nick. Honestly, there's something. It's one of them, because I'm buying so much crap stuff like that. I'm like, it's more of an indulgence. Like, it's something I'd like, but it doesn't really fit in with everything else I'm getting. So it gets pushed to the side. But it is definitely something I want. And like Damien said, Android Krang in that scale, you could pose him with like other turtles, because he in that original like 5 episodes, isn't it Krang that goes massive? Yeah, so he'd scale as Krang in that scale would work perfectly with like your NECA figures and stuff.
I'm sure it's coming eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, just scale.
Shredder is what I'm really excited for too.
Magic.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, so you've got Raph and Donnie, you're gonna have to get the rest now. But what else should we buy? What else
I have to. So I just got this the other day. It might be hard to see. It's the Frankenstein Universal Monsters Raphael.
I'll show it for you. There you go. There he is.
Thank you. It's really cool. I'm not sure if I want to open it because I really like the box. I may just put the box behind it, but I'm probably going to open it. A wire is already loose on the neck, so I'll have to fix that. Yeah.
Now I'm checking mine.
But the last thing I'm going to show today, I've been wanting to show this since my camera broke. That was back in November, I think.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. I always talk about Bionicles on here.
Yep. The Lego, yep.
And how I want that 20th anniversary line. But back in 2016, 2017, they brought it back for 1 or 2 waves. And there was a figure that was supposed to come out. They showed it at Brick Fair or whatever the Lego fair is called. And the figure never came out. So this is technically an unproduced figure. It is a holy grail item for me. It is technically the final Bionicle figure ever produced.
How did you get it then? Tell us.
Some guy on eBay had one. I was told that every once in a while they crop up now and again, and I was able to get it for a pretty reasonable price.
Maybe a small production run made
out
of the
maybe
factory
there was a small run that made it out and people were able to get it. I'm not going to say the price, but I paid probably a third of what most people charge for these. So I mean that was a much better deal than paying.
Oh, if that's a grail item, my friend, I'm happy for you. I know that you love the Bionicle stuff. I've never even seen that before. Like I have no idea what that is.
So it's supposed to be the main bad guy, Makuta, and I guess there was a show on Netflix. I didn't watch the show. Whenever they did the reboot, I heard all sorts of bad things about it, like it didn't follow the lore of the original or anything. But this is just something I've had to have for so many years, and to finally have it is like, it just blows me away. It's probably my favorite thing in the house right now.
It looks epic. It looks just as big as that Donatello.
Yeah, it's really big and it's really cool.
Yeah, no, it looks fair play. I'm glad. I'm happy you got it. Happy you got it.
Yeah, thank you. Me too.
Is that it? Is that all you got? We haven't seen you for a while. Thrown anything outside.
You know what? I got some other stuff. It's not in the room with me. I did get the movie Starscream The one that comes with the throne and the cape, and I didn't open him yet. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I got. I have a lot of stuff sitting here with me. Let me take a look here. No, I honestly haven't picked up much.
Does your chair have wings on it? I know I'm throwing off the subject.
Oh yeah. Remember it's that big King Ghidorah in the background. Yeah.
What's going on? I'm like, has he grew wings and flowers on his head? What's going on?
But yeah, I've been taking it really slow. To honestly, this year I'm saying it's the year of like getting holy grails for me. I want to just hit every single one that I've wanted to have for years. This was probably the first one off that checklist. And I'm saving up right now for a couple of third-party Transformers, and those can be kind of expensive, over $100 or so per figure, depending on the one. Let's see, there's a movie Shockwave. It's like a third-party Shockwave from the Bumblebee movie, and it's probably about a foot tall, maybe 15 inches tall. It's really substantial in size. It's between $100 and $200. So I pretty much just have to keep saving up if I'm going to focus on
that's
that type of
sometimes
stuff.
What you got to do is you just got to cut away all the smaller things that you usually buy and just save for the bigger ones. It happens to the best of us, honestly. It's just the way you got to play the game. Like, none of us have an unlimited amount of money. Like, there's plenty of stuff we all want, but we have to be very picky. So, and sometimes for those high-end items, you have to plan for, and that's just being sensible.
And I did get the Spider-Man wave. I did get that.
Of course.
But yeah.
Of course. Legends and Liquor, my friend. Of course you got that.
Obviously.
All right, let's go to George. George, what have you been picking up last couple of weeks? You said we've been making you spend money. What have you been pre-ordering or what have you been buying? What have you got?
So, I mean, it was a couple of weeks ago or something. I was speaking to Matt and Tom on the Discord, and they convinced me to get the Snake Eyes and Timber 2-pack.
Nice.
Which is my first G.I. Joe, so I'm kind of sucked into that line now.
Been pulled in.
Yeah. And then I've also got 20th anniversary Captain America.
Nice.
Which was probably one of the figure I was most excited for. Yeah. And beautiful. I should have a symbiote Spidey on the way soon, but I don't know how long that'll take because I got it from Amazon because it was like the only place that had it left in stock.
True. I got one as well from Amazon. It says like April at the minute, but it should appear quicker than that, to be honest. But at least you got it locked in. You can't even order it on Amazon anymore. So as long as you got your order in, you're good.
And then I've made a couple Star Wars pre-orders, but I'll probably save that to when we talk about the Star Wars.
Yeah, good man. Jay's Toy Collection UK just told me that Zavi UK have that Donny for £134. It's tempting. I don't want to pay £140. I want £50. I want 50% off. I want Nick's bargain. That's what I want.
You know what? I'll check my local mall next couple of days if they still have one.
Mate, shipping. I'd end up paying more.
I'll let you know.
For shipping for shipping on a size box that big, I'd end up paying more than it costs it here. Trust me.
That's probably true.
Honestly, I've done it before. Miguel's bought me stuff before, and he's like, "Yeah, the shipping's like 3 times the price of the figure." And I'm like, damn you gargoyles.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Never mind then. Yeah.
It depends. It depends what. If you can get the odd figure loose, it's quite cheap. But big box like that, no chance. But I appreciate it. All right, Damien, what have you been picking up? Anything new?
Not really. I'm still waiting for my ox head to come. But I was going to ask you guys. Do you guys work with Amazon at all for any orders?
Yeah, sometimes it depends what it is.
I tell you what it is. No, I got 2 vouchers. I got for Christmas time, £40 each. And when it goes to put in like the code, the password to get the discount, it doesn't work. So I wondered if anybody else has had problems with Amazon vouchers at all. It's up to 10 years though, but I can't get them to work at all.
I've never, to be honest, no one's ever given me an Amazon voucher to even try.
Yeah.
Have you contacted customer services?
Yeah, I have. Well, I was going to put down for Revelation Stinkler and Scarecrow, both for £24.
Yeah.
With the voucher, but they won't accept my vouchers, so I'm kind of like, God.
Yeah,
maybe it's just me.
No, I'd send an email to Amazon. Amazon are usually pretty good with customer service, and especially when it comes to like, I've had stuff I've had to send back on Amazon and they refund it straight away without any questions asked. So if you just tell them, here's my code, it doesn't work, they should sort it for you, mate.
It says the voucher's valid for 10 years, but I mean, I've tried everything.
Did you get it 11 years ago? That may be why it's not working.
I got it Christmas this year.
Okay, it should work. It should work then. Honestly, mate, I would suggest hitting up Amazon customer services, but I hope you get that working. But
other than that, I'm still waiting for the Scumbag pack, Turtles pack to come.
Yes, me too.
Titanium Man is still yet to come. But I was going to show you guys some things I found in the loft from 38 years ago.
Please
Anybody
do.
remember these guys?
Okay.
I remember those, Damien. Yeah.
What are they, Mark?
Who would have
Battle
thought
Beasts,
that,
is that right?
40 years later, these things go for mega bucks?
Yeah.
I have
Battle
5
Beasts,
out of 76.
Yeah.
And I tried to get 1 or 2, and you can't get one for less than, say, 50, 60 quid on eBay.
So tell people, Damien, tell people what they are then, because I have no clue. And all of these are all
They're,
young men here.
Battle Beasts from Tycho Toys. They came out about 87. I think they were part of Transformers, but they were a separate line. There was one animated cartoon that was made, but it's hard to find it. You can't find it unless you go on one of these forum sites. But they're so collectible. This is the Lazy Beast ones, and this is the ones from the original line.
Do the holograms still work, Damien?
Let me see.
So what they have, Dan and everyone, in their chest, they have holograms, and if you rub them, it comes up with like a symbol, like fire, or and you'd like rub it with your thumb or your finger, and it would like the heat would bring up a symbol on the chest.
Never seen them before in my life. They look tiny.
And then there's this guy.
Yeah.
I know Shardimus has a huge collection of those that he bought like a couple months ago. He's obsessed with them too. I don't know. I've never heard of them till he told me.
Genuinely, until Damien's just put them on screen right now, I didn't know they existed.
There you go, Wood.
He's Wood. Oh,
Yeah.
We don't want to see his Wood on screen. Get shut down.
This guy is, I think, everybody's favourite. This guy, he's obviously lost his sticker, but they're so collectible, honestly.
I have to look into them. You have to send me a link of what they look like in packaging, because sometimes when it's old figures, it's the packaging that brings it all back to me.
You need to save up because they're a pretty penny online. You can't get 1 or 2 for less than
I tell you what,
30 quid.
Yeah, well, I remember. I mean, it was a while ago. I remember I got some from a charity shop, but that was like over 20 years ago. So Damien's probably right. I mean, it was an Oxfam, funnily enough. I remember seeing a few in there, but like Damien says, they're probably worth a lot now. Yeah.
Cloud in the chat says Battle
I'll show you
Beasts.
this, Mark.
I still have a couple. Tanner says Captain Planet before Captain Planet. Now, Captain Planet is something I remember. Phil Jones says I remember those. Had 1 or 2 as a nipper. So you're not the only one, Damien. A few people remember there. So who else did you just show? Was that a Spider-Man or something you're showing off?
Well, that was Red Shadows from Action Force.
Oh, the original Action Force, not the Valiverse.
Yeah. I've only got 1 left.
Palatoys,
and then I came across this guy. Must be the very first Destro.
So is that an Action Force Destro or G.I. Joe?
I think so, yeah.
Nice. But... Throwing it back. George is way too young to remember them. They were made before George was born. You found them in your attic, you said?
What's that?
You found them in the attic?
Yeah, in the attic, yeah.
See? Nice little treasure trove.
Little tin box.
Nice little treasure trove. I'd love to find stuff like that. I know for a fact, right? I had loads of little brothers. So, like, my
hey,
toys...
You know what this guy is? You know what this is?
Is it a Fisher-Price adventure person, Damien? Is that right? No? Oh, it's a Doctor Who character.
I was about to say Doctor Who.
Yeah.
As I was saying, I've got little brothers, so all my toys were like passed down to my next little brother, and then even then it went on to my cousins. So like I don't really have any. I don't have any of my toys from my childhood. Like they're just long gone now. So it's nice to find stuff like that, Damien, for sure. Nice little treasure trove. Pretty good.
If you were to look online, it's crazy the prices for some of them.
Send me some links. I'm always interested to see.
Find on eBay, but say a pretty penny.
Probably a bit too pricey for my for just an interest, but still, I like looking at things like that. I like seeing the packaging and see if it brings back any memories. But maybe. Oh no, nice one. Right, let's go down to Jamie. Jamie, my friend, the streak continues. Long live the streak. What new toys you got?
Been quite slow, to be honest. I've got the 20th cap, waiting on Donnie, but I did pick up this duck from the pound shop.
Duck from the pound shop, yes, to bring you some luck.
But I went to a wrestling show last night, so I was saving my money for that.
Did you say wrestling? Can I show this off, right? Can I take this opportunity, right? So I don't go too crazy with wrestling stuff anymore, and it's not really stuff I talk about too much on the channel, but like, anyone know who this is?
Alexa Bliss.
Of course, this is the brand new Ultimate Edition Alexa Bliss. Literally brand new. This is an amazing, by the way.
I thought it was Barbie.
You're not wrong. I did have to dress her up. She literally comes in the Ultimate box, and you have to put all her clothes on. So So I did feel like
where,
I had a
Where did you get her from, Dan? Was it Smith's? Or...
No. I got mine from Superpower Toys online. He does loads of wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
He does other stuff as well, but he's mainly known for wrestling. But yeah, this Alexa Bliss, by the way, is amazing. Spot on. Ultimate Edition Alexa Bliss. She comes with... See, she really is a Barbie, Damien, because she comes with different clothes, interchangeable head. But it's her recent run when she was sort of with The Fiend. So she's a little bit crazy. She's like a crazy sort of schoolgirl type vibe. But the likeness is spot on. And Alexa Bliss is so good. So I picked that up. And also, like, I don't know how much you guys listen to podcasts in this community. And, like, one of my favourite podcasts is... the Major Wrestling Figure podcast, right? I'm just a casual wrestling guy, but their podcast is so good. They talk about loads of crazy stuff. And Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, the former Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder from WWE, they've literally got their own Super 7 figures, and I've picked these up as well. So just as a casual fan, and obviously I wanted to support them. Not that they need my support. Like, I think Matt just became the NWA champion last night, but they're doing all right for themselves. They're on Impact at the minute. But yeah, so this is the former Kurt Hawkins, a.k.a. Brian Myers. And then there's Zack Ryder, a.k.a. Matt Cardona. Super 7. So these are the first Super 7 figures I've got that are humans. I know that sounds ridiculous, but all the other stuff I've got from Super 7 have been turtle related. So I'm very curious to see like what these are like out of box. I never got any of the New Japan stuff.
Packaging's really cool, Dan.
Yeah, this is literally... it comes... like with a bout. So like there's Matt Cardona. So it's like a bout on top of on the box. That bout can come off as well. And then but yeah, then you open it up. And yeah, spot on. Because these two are proper into toys, like these two, like they're not just a gimmick. These two like are big collectors themselves. Go and check out Zack Ryder's collection on the internet. Like this guy knows his shit. So like when Super 7 were making them with him, they were like, right, no, the colour needs to change of that pin. The colour needs to change of this. The tattoo's wrong. So these are probably the most accurate wrestling figures in history because these were literally these two guys were with Super 7 and making them the whole way. So I am very intrigued to open these up and get them on display. But again, just one of my favourite podcasts. If anyone, I don't know if anyone else listens to it, but yeah, Major Wrestling Figure podcast. Super 7 figures.
Yeah, I debated getting the Super 7 Brian and Matt because I actually met them in Manchester.
Oh, nice.
So I thought it would be a good memento.
If you listen to the podcast, if you're a fan of collecting, just in general, and a fan of collecting community, even though it's called the Wrestling Figure Podcast, yes, they talk about wrestling, but they talk about the collecting community in general anyway. They both collect Star Wars and Turtles, and they're always talking about the Hasbro, HasLabs and whatever. I would recommend it. If you're into toys and stuff, it's definitely a toy-centric podcast. And then, obviously, a bit of wrestling on the side. But
they've got a YouTube channel as well.
Over 100,000 subscribers. They're doing all right. Mark Sterling at the minute is their producer, and he is the manager for Jake Cargill, who is the TBS champions, yes, on AEW. So they're all doing great for themselves. And Phil Jones, if you're watching on the replay or watching live right now, Phil Jones has just posted their Instagram in the chat. So again, these guys don't need me plugging them. Like, they don't know I exist, but I'm just a fan. I'm just a general fan. So if you're interested, and I think that does me as well for the week, to be fair, in regards to Legends. So let's get into some Star Wars stuff, gents. I think Mike's going to join us real quick as well. We have got room for one more. So let me press this button and get Mike in. So I talked to Mike.
Pretty slow week for everybody.
I'm going to say, I talked to Mike quite a lot on Instagram, but this is the first time he's jumping on the stream. Mike, are you there, my friend? The moment of truth. Can you hear us, Mike? This is the mic test. Check 1, check 2. Oh. He's getting his camera right. We can see you, Mike. Can you hear us? Give us a wave if you can hear us. Oh. All right, we'll leave him be. We'll leave him be for a sec. We'll see if he catches up. Let me get this Star Wars stuff up. The first time is always an awkward time, trying to figure it out. Okay, so Star Wars live stream this week. Before we get into that, let's just get general thoughts of Boba Fett, because I know people want to talk about Boba Fett. Let me get a good picture of Boba Fett up real quick. Okay, so here's a picture of the playset they released which I wish was 6-inch, by the way. Let me throw it up on the screen.
So do I, yeah.
I wish that was 6-inch. I wish that was 6-inch. That's what my girlfriend says to me as well, but I'm like, sorry, love, this is all you get. Right, let's talk about Star Wars. Let's talk about Boba Fett while this is on the screen before we get into Star Wars toys. So I'll just go around in the order we're in. Again, just overall thoughts of Boba Fett, if you even care. Some people don't even care too much. I know Rich M didn't really care. He said he fell asleep. But Matt, we'll go to you first. You're there underneath me. Thoughts on Boba Fett? Have you watched it? You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I really did enjoy it. I think, like a lot of people, there were 2 episodes that were my favorite, more so than the rest of the series. I don't know if this is controversial or not. I love the fact that the Mandalorian showed up, but I don't like the fact that we had an entire 2-episode departure to follow him and what he's been up to.
Yeah,
it's like,
I think it was unexpected. People expected to see Mando make a cameo, but no one expected to have like full-on episodes of these guys.
After giving it some thought, I feel like I would have preferred it if they'd kind of mirrored how Boba Fett showed up in The Mandalorian season 2, where it's like he just appears. There's no explanation for why he is the way he is or how he got to the specific place he is when we see him. But then when we get to Mando season 3, that could open with, oh, this is what he's been doing like while he's been away. And then it just sort of leads on from there. So like with the flashbacks in Boba Fett explain how he got to the point we met him in The Mandalorian. I feel like it probably would have, the whole series might have flowed better.
Like you said, they didn't, because we've seen 2 seasons of Mando, they didn't need to explain anything. They could have just threw him in there and we knew what Mando's going on. So I get it. But a favourite scene or favourite moment from the series at all?
Rancor Rider Boba Fett.
See, I want that in figure form now. Now I want the Rancor. But,
I've never been sadder to not have to spend 300 quid.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's a weird vibe. Okay, let's go down to Nick. I know Nick's eager, and Nick's got some thoughts on this, right? So,
sorry to interrupt. My dogs just ran off, so I need to go quickly try and find it. But I'll stay on the call.
Go and find your dog, my friend. Go and find him, all right? Not a problem.
Good luck, man.
Go and find your dog.
I'd be freaking out if that happened. Oh my.
Before you start, Nick, let me just check with Mike. Mike, can you actually hear us now?
He's still on mute.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Oh, good man. He can hear us. Hello, Mike. Hello.
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you. You're good, my friend. We're good. We're just checking in. We wasn't sure if you could see or hear us.
Yeah, but, I'm here, and I am part of the Super 7 Club.
Pow. Yes. Oh, you've got the glow-in-the-dark one. Very nice.
Yeah, the only one I have so far.
So, just real quick, because I do apologise, Nick, but just because Mike's never been on before, let's just say a quick hello to Mike. So, Mike, just explain to... So, it's your first time on Legends and Liquor. Always a pleasure having new people on. Quickly tell people, like, just the general, what you collect, what you into, etc.
I am... I'm been collecting Marvel Legends for, since the beginning. But I kind of dabble, so... I grab, what kind of catches my eye, and then that turned into anything 6-inch 1/12 scale that, comes along that, fits the profile, like, like our buddy here, and like
you got some G.I. Joes as well. I've seen them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had once those started up, that was like oh my goodness, like the more I've moved away from Black Series, like slowing it down, is like the more I've sped up with, the army building.
Yeah.
But
you could challenge my attack. Yeah.
But clearly they're open, so it's not like sitting on the boxes.
Yeah, Mark. Here's it open, not in the boxes. So, and you're into customizing quite a bit as well. You're constantly keeping up to date with what you're twiddling around with.
Yeah, just barely. I'm still learning. I kind of. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Sorry.
can see you.
Yeah,
man. I'm still dabbling in it, but sometimes I do, like, if there's a character I really want that I haven't seen, sometimes I'll do it. Or in the case of if it looks like an easy enough kit bash, because I tend to be more of a kit basher than anything.
Yeah.
Then like I take like the the shred, the new, or I should say the pixel shredder, try to turn them into the regular one, because I don't feel like paying forever prices if I already have all supplies. And
Yeah, kit bashing is always like the baby steps into getting full on customizing, isn't it? It's like the stepping stones. But yeah, good to hear. Oh, and by the way, Phil Jones loves your comic rack, and so do I. It looks great. Looks great.
Yeah.
Do you have a whole room dedicated? Do you have a whole room dedicated to the collection, or is it just spread out?
It's my home office that has. It started off as it was supposed to be my child's or my children's toy room, but they never used it, or I should say, my daughter never used it. So then we kind of turned it into a collection room.
Nice.
And since COVID and stuff, it became a home office, in general. And my wife works probably like an elbow away from me sometimes because there's only a couple plugs in here, but it's pretty much fun.
Oh, that'd do my head in. I couldn't work with my missus. I love her to bits, but couldn't work with her. No way.
It's definitely a challenge.
Yeah, for sure. All right, nice one. Right, stick around as we talking to Marvel and talking to Star Wars and stuff like that. So let's jump back to Nick, because as I said, Nick is eager. He's eager. He's willing.
Yeah. And to say, I see 2 comics there on that comic rack that are some of my favorites. The Ultimate Spider-Man Venom run.
Yeah?
Yeah, that got me back into comic books at some point in my life.
Good taste there, Mike. Got good taste.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, well, watch it. Ready? See some good takes.
Oh, man.
Is that like original art?
Yeah, I met Mark Bagley in 2013.
Oh, my gosh. That's like my dream.
He was at a Boston Comic Con, and I had a whole bunch of books, and I was like, yeah, I don't know which one to get signed. And he's like, give me them all. I'm a professional.
No,
and he signed them all.
So cool.
Good man.
He's my favorite artist of all time. Your whole thing there is like a Mark Bagley shrine almost.
Yeah, I got my big thing is Venom. So
me too. Oh my gosh. We got
Nick, Mike, Nick.
Yes. I just love symbiote characters and Venom, and that's pretty much most of what I collect in Legends, aside from just Spider-Man. I don't really go outside of that frame too often, so that's really cool.
That spinner rack is cool though, just the way you're casually just spinning it around, pulling out comics. Like, that's pretty cool.
My son loves it, and he's one, and sometimes I have to chase him away from it.
Oh no, I would with one art on there as well, 100%.
Let me turn this off. I'm wearing a Venom hat right now. I don't know if you can see it or not. With the
oh, there you go.
No, I prefer the flowers. I don't even like Venom. The flowers are better. No, I'm joking.
Anyway,
let's swing it back to Star Wars. Right?
I threw us back off again.
You've been eager. No, you've been eager. So let's go for
it. Guys, you might not know, but I was like harassing Dan all week to let's do a Star Wars stream. But no, it's okay. So, man, where to begin? So first of all, to go back to the whole putting Mando in for 2 episodes, kind of like stepping away. Okay, from a series standpoint, yes, it's weird because it's supposed to be focused on Boba, and it's definitely odd pacing wise. However, as someone who's watched all the Clone Wars and Rebels and Bad Batch, Clone Wars, at least early on, had a symptom of let's do an episode and then like 3 seasons later continue that episode, or like show what happened right before that episode, and that drove me absolutely crazy on my first watch through. It still bothers me now,
like a broken up story type thing.
Yeah. So to kind of just get it sequentially makes me feel a little bit better. At least, like, I wouldn't want to have to go back in Mando season 3.
At least from my perspective. Like a cliffhanger ending, like when there's still episodes left, is frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So aside from episode 3, I believe it was, with the biker gang, I'd have to say nothing really disappointed me. I didn't find myself disappointed, but I did not expect Cad Bane to show up at all in any way. That completely blew me away. And if you're not familiar with it, in the Bad Batch, they set up this little like rivalry between Cad Bane and Fennec Shand, so that's kind of cool to see that like come back and like, here he is. Fennec Shand's part of the Boba Fett show. Let's see. As far as that throne room goes, I do wish that it was in the 6-inch line Black Series. I do not collect that scale of figures. However, that is Star Wars bread and butter since like the beginning. It's always been in that.
That's our main scale. It really is our main scale.
So you can't argue like, oh, it should be 6-inch or it should be Black Series, because that is their scale, and Black Series is kind of the stepping away from that. But well, the main thing I wanted to talk about is sort of the state of Hasbro.
Okay.
And how
in
they're
regards to Black Series and what they're doing.
Yeah, and I'd welcome anyone to jump in on this conversation. If they would have waited, I'll start with this. If they would have waited to put the Rancor out until right now, that thing would have been funded in like a day. And I'm not joking.
I agree.
There's no way.
Yep.
Like include Boba.
I definitely feel the same on that one.
Yes.
No Danny Trejo, no Moolah though.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had redone the tiers, that would have been so much better too.
Exactly.
The tiers were like what really killed it.
Could you imagine that with Danny Trejo and Boba and like maybe like a thing for him to ride on it? Like, oh my gosh, that would have sold like literally, yeah, like I said, the first day, everyone would have been clamoring over that. And I don't know if it's just a symptom of the pandemic. Sorry to bring that up, but we all know that's how the state of things are as far as shipping and getting things out properly goes. But for whatever reason, back when Mando season 1 was out, they were giving us characters the episode they debuted, like that same week. They were lining it up perfectly. And now it's just so disconnected from where we are. And like as far as the fans and the viewers go, it just seems so strange when
they're not in sync. It definitely seems to be the relationship between Hasbro and the licensee, which is obviously Lucasfilm. They're obviously holding a lot back because they're scared of spoilers, and because obviously at the minute, all the big things on Disney Plus and even in the movies, I just think we just had a movie with 3 Spider-Men in, which is a massive marketing tool they could have used to promote that film, but they chose not to because they understand that now people want the experience. That's what keeps drawing people back. So I think Star Wars definitely play that same game, especially after Luke Skywalker appeared at the end of Mando, which no one expected. They now are trying to hold on to all their secrets, which just means, unfortunately, for people like us that are collecting and we want to buy things that are relevant at the time, we're left way behind. Like, we don't even have Mando in this particular look yet, in figure form, and this first debuted like over a year ago now. Do you know, like, so they are, I agree. It's like they're not in sync with the licensee. Before I go and ask anyone, George, did you find your dog?
Yeah, he hadn't gone far.
Good,
so
good. Oh, thank God.
Good. We needed an update. We needed an update. Good man.
I'm glad to hear that.
But let me keep going around the board and just get people's general thoughts on Boba Fett before we get round to the toys, because there were some reveals that I'm curious if people pre-ordered. So Mark, Boba Fett, you a fan? Just general thoughts?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of on the fence. I mean, what I did like, funnily enough, I haven't finished watching the last episode. I'm about halfway through. I started watching it before Legends and Liquor, but I don't mind spoilers. So I actually liked that episode. What I
was trying to hold back just in case.
No, don't worry, it's fine, Nick. Yeah. What I did like though, I must say, on your Thursday live stream, Brandon, I really liked the way Brandon explained the Mandalorian. Boba Fett, when he was talking about it so passionately and defending it. I thought I can get on board with the way he's describing it. I really liked what he liked about it. But I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I like this last episode. I don't dislike it as much as people dislike it, but I can see it probably has more potential. I guess that's my...
Brandon was very well articulated. He articulated very well, as in, like, he understands the lore of Boba Fett and he understands what this series done, but because it was very subtly hidden within this world that they have created, a lot of people missed it, where Brandon was trying to say, look, it is there, but you've got to know, and like Brandon, like someone like Nick who's watched all the prequel stuff and all the animated stuff, appreciates that journey, where the casual viewer are just seeing these odd conversations that he's having with Fennec and just passing them by, where if you know what's going on, you understand the relevance of those conversations. And as I said, Brandon was just trying to let people know that, look, the things that you don't like about it, they're there, but you've got to understand the draw. So like, it's more, this is more of a case of, like I always say with the MCU, a real quick super chat, I'll let that play.
Obi-Wan Ching Ones donated $4.99. Danny Trejo needs his own spin-off where we find out he's actually a Jedi and he uses a machete-like lightsaber.
Thank you very much, Obi. So he says Danny Trejo needs his own spin-off where we find out he's actually a Jedi and he uses his machete-like lightsaber. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Very on theme for Danny Trejo as well. But yeah, as I was saying, like when I say to my missus all the time about the MCU, like before we went and seen Endgame, I made sure she rewatched every single film with me because I knew she would appreciate that movie for what I did if she understood what was going on. And she did. My missus shed a tear when Tony Stark snapped his fingers because she knew what was going on, right? And it's the same with this Boba Fett series. I think if you have been following his story throughout all of his iterations, you'd understand and understand why he's making the decisions he is at this point in time in the timeline. So
I like what you said as well. Oh, sorry, Nick. Yeah, go on.
No, it's fine. I just did the same kind of thing, and my family isn't caught up. Where I've made them, I'm like, you're not gonna know who any of these people are. You're not gonna understand it. They're not even on Mando season 2 yet, but I've made them go back and watch all of Clone Wars and all of Rebels and all of Bad Batch and all of Mando season 1, so they can be caught up and understand everything that's going on. Because if you don't, you're gonna possibly be disappointed or just really lost as far as the story goes.
And a perfect example of that is that I haven't seen any of the animated stuff. I think I've seen the Clone Wars movie, but I've not seen the series. I've not seen Rebels. I've not seen the Bad Batch. So like when Cad Bane turned up in this show in live action, he looked great. But the only reason I knew who he was is because of the toys.
Figure, right?
But I had but I didn't understand the relevance or the relationship that he had with any of these other characters. So for me, it was just like, oh, a cool moment, a new character. But it didn't have the relevance that it would have to someone like you, Nick, who knew who he was in his story.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters of all time. So I mean,
he's great in the series as well, Nick, isn't he? He's great in Clone Wars. Yeah.
Sorry,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, sorry, Mark. We kept interrupting. Is that what you were saying? You've seen the Clone Wars?
Yes, I've seen Clone Wars. It is brilliant, Dan. I recommend it. I'm sure Brandon probably says to you as well, but it is great.
Is there a way of watching it like in order? That someone said there's certain episodes that you can watch.
You'll have to look it up.
I think you probably can watch episodes without watching the whole thing. I mean, there's 2 episodes I love. Right, Nick will probably know them. There's an episode from season 2 called Arc Troopers, which is where it's set on like the planet Kamino, where the clone troopers are made. So Count Dooku.
I think it's season 3, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe, season 3. You're right. Yes, sorry, season 3. And Count Dooku and the droids go to that planet, and there's a full battle with the clone troopers on that planet. That's a great episode. And also, there's an episode called Eminence in season 5 with Darth Maul, where Darth Maul basically does what Boba Fett has done in the whole series. He makes an empire of criminals to challenge both the Empire and the Republic. That's again another excellent episode. Go on, Nick.
So with that episode you're talking about from season 3, just before it, they show an episode that shows like the origin story of those clone troopers and like what they went through in training to get where they are now.
Yes. Yeah.
But the sequel to that episode, even though it's in season 3, is back in season 1.
That's weird.
So it's really weird. You have to watch.
That's true.
Yeah, you have to watch a season 3 episode, then go back and watch a season 1 episode, and then watch a season 3 episode to continue that story arc. It's really bizarre.
As a casual fan, I've seen that a little bit off-putting. Like it makes me just
it
makes it seem a little too confusing for me to get into. Like when it's some new content, I want to feel comfortable going into it. But when you explain it to me like that, I'm thinking, that's a bit. It requires a bit of work and research to enjoy this content. Do you know what I mean?
It's definitely, you get so much out of it when you sit and watch the whole, like every episode, every series. You get so much out. You probably can watch individual episodes, but you get so much. Like there's even little things, Dan. Like there's an episode where the inhibitor chip that causes Order 66. There's an episode where like one clone trooper has it activate early and they don't know why, and they investigate it and stuff. Like they think he's had some kind of brain like malfunction and things. That's a really there's so much like layered stuff in the animated series.
Episode.
Really, really good.
The whole series. Best
as I said, and to swing it back round to Boba as well, I do think like knowing all that context will make you appreciate Boba even more.
Yes,
a lot of
he's
people,
a character too.
Yeah, where a lot of people are just casual fans watching Boba Fett because they've seen Mandalorian and enjoyed Mandalorian and maybe expected more of the same, but it wasn't. So like they just are straight away disappointed, which is an unfair sort of an evaluation of the series in whole, because that wasn't its intention.
I liked what you said, Dan. You know, when you were talking to Brandon, you said you'd like to see episodes where Boba goes and does missions or bounties.
But that's because all I know of him is being a bounty hunter. So like, we sort of got that with Mando, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But that's just what, as a casual fan, that's all I would expect from Boba, because I don't know anything about him until now. Now I do, because now we know what happened to him. So now I have that different sort of perspective on the character. But let's keep going around the board and asking other people, because I'm sure not everyone go as deep as our crazy brains do. George.
Yeah, sorry to keep cutting in.
No, it's all good. George, overall thoughts on Boba Fett? Have you seen the whole thing? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, I'd say I liked it. Yeah, probably not as much as Mandalorian, but I did enjoy it, and especially the Mandalorian episodes. But to be honest, I kind of wish they weren't in the show, and they were just Mandalorian season 3 episodes.
Yeah, you're not the only
but yeah, overall, I'd say I liked it. Especially, I think the flashbacks I really enjoyed.
Any particular favourite moments, scenes, or something you'd like to see in figure form?
I really would like a Luke Skywalker from like Mandalorian and Boba Fett in figure form.
Yeah, I think it's coming.
I
think you don't have to wait too long. I think, well, you probably do have to wait too long with Black Series on the case, but he'll come eventually is my point. But yeah, you're not the only one. What about you, Damien? Overall thoughts on Boba Fett? You enjoy it?
Yeah, I think it's a great series, but like The Mandalorian, usually it takes a second viewing for me to really get into it. So I've only got 2 episodes to go, but my absolute favourite character, I'll set you the later on, is 8D8, who was in Return of the Jedi. He was the smelter droid.
Oh, okay.
He's been my highlight so far out the whole series.
No, the little cameo from the
88, yeah. 88. I don't know who voices him though. Does anybody know?
It's Matt Berry, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's an example of appreciating the content. If you've seen all the other stuff before, you appreciate this even more.
But anyway, no, it's a fantastic show, and I have a pity wish that maybe perhaps one of my favourite bounty hunters, Dengar, perhaps gets a show. Maybe even Mandalorian, perhaps.
Well, I was expecting a few of the bounty hunters to show up, whether it be Bosk or Dengar, or but people are saying that certain ones that were on that balcony in Empire are not even around. But Dengar is getting a re-release in the.
I see. Simon Pegg is really wanting to play Dengar on live stream. He says that's his most wanted role. So there you go.
I'd take that. I'll take Simon Pegg as Dengar all day long. But yeah, as I said, in figure form, if you want Dengar, he is being released in the archive wave. If you missed out on him with the archive wave that's been revealed for this year, I think this is the second wave that'll be out this year with the Empire, also Emperor. Sorry, not the Empire, Emperor. Then we've got the Lando in disguise.
It's amazing too, Emperor, yeah.
And then also C-3PO with the actual original New Hope Silverfoot, which confused me for a long time until I actually knew what was going on, because that is accurate, but I was very confused for a long time in my childhood.
I was going to say, did you get my pics I sent the 3 toys for earlier? Did you get the pictures I sent?
Yes, I can. Let me bring them up, and we'll go through them real quick now before we go to everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Let me find them real quick. All right, let me throw them back on screen, and hopefully they pop on. Right, so this is what Damien sent me earlier. So these are some figures you'd like to see in Black Series, right?
To be honest, my favourite film after Return of the Jedi is actually Rogue One.
Yeah.
My memories of buying Empire magazine before the film was released. The one character I thought, he looks really good. He's going to be a bad guy. That was Krennic, but sadly the figure, I think
lackluster.
I could do an upgrade with perhaps the cloth cape and also what do you call
the head, the 3D printed head,
photo face.
Yeah, the 3D reel.
Photo on it. Yeah.
Well, they've done that for
they've
done it already for the rest of Rogue One, so why not him as well? You're right. Yeah. I was in Forbidden Planet this weekend, and for the first time I actually got to see the new Rogue One figures with the updated faces, and they genuinely do make a difference. Like, it's crazy how much the updated face can give the overall look to a figure. They just stand out.
I wouldn't mind when it comes to maybe with a cloth cape.
Black Series ain't afraid of doing cloth goods either, so that could be possible.
Even maybe put it on the vintage line one.
Now, I had this, right? This exact toy. I had this as a kid, and I had no idea what it was or anything. But teach me.
He was in the Jabba's palace, background alien. But the one that sticks in my mind the most. And I was going to ask Matt Tak, do you remember an 80s film called Mac and Me?
No, Damien, no.
It was like E.T., but
I remember
to
that
me,
one.
I preferred it. They came out about 1988.
Mike
And
remembers.
Aliens that they used was almost based on these characters. Ed,
Okay.
Mark, and me.
Does that sound familiar, Mike? Does these aliens look like that off that film?
Yeah, just an extra eye, but yeah, he does look like him.
This again, I can't even remember seeing this character from Star Wars, but I remember having this toy. It was just in a random box of toys I had.
If you've ever seen what's his name from Ant-Man on when he was on Conan, he would always play the scene from that movie.
Oh yeah. I know who you're on about. Yeah. Because it's like he falls off a bridge or something like that, or something or other.
Yes.
It's Paul Rudd. He just plays it to Conan as a joke every time he goes on. Yeah, I know what you're on about. All right, last one you sent me, Damien, was this guy.
Yeah.
This is the droid in
I
this.
would love to see that on a 6-inch scale. I think he's long overdue.
So this was the droid in Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
And he was the guy that was always announcing who was walking through the doors and who was there to pay tribute and whatever.
He's known as a smelter droid in Return of the Jedi. He's the guy that's putting the horse's hoofs on the Gonk droid? Torture droid?
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember him from the films. I remember him from Boba Fett, obviously, because we've just seen it.
But again, if you look at that and going back to like many years ago when George Lucas was designing the characters, I mean, what does that remind you of? Going back to maybe the 70s and 70s?
Lost in Space?
Does it remind you anything in particular? Any like, figures or characters?
Well, tell us. It clearly resembles
I'm asking you guys.
We're all young. Look at these young faces. These guys don't remember.
I think that they got the idea for the crash test dummies for that guy. Seriously.
I had crash test dummies.
I do. Look at him.
Yeah. I get it. I had crash test dummies.
There's no expression, but he's pretty memorable characters, though. You know.
Yeah, no, I remember Crash Test Dummies. I remember them as a kid. I was just all smashed up, could hardly build them again. All right, Damien, pretty good choices. Let's go down to we'll save the duck race. Duck race is coming, people. If you're in the chat, the duck race is coming. Where's the Star Wars gone? There they are. Jamie, what about you? Overall thoughts on Boba Fett?
So I liked it. It didn't quite live up to my expectations, but I think in terms of like the Mando episode, I think maybe they had the idea for the show, wanted to do a Boba show, and were given a set amount of episodes by Disney, and they had to fill those episodes, and I don't think they had enough story. So that's why you've got the Mando episode.
Maybe. They wanted to stretch it out a bit, or set up Mando season 3.
Yeah, but I think for me, I got more out of like the character cameos, like Cad Bane and Black Chrysanthemum and people like that.
Yeah, by the way, if they had like Nick was saying earlier about Hasbro being out of sync with the releases, if they had showed the episode with Black Phantom in it, and then that very same day put a pre-order up for that figure would have been sold like hotcakes. Because as much as he didn't come across as cool as I wanted him to in the show, the character design itself as just a bounty hunter Wookiee would have been epic with the knuckle dusters, etc. So the big shoulder pads. So yes, I agree, Jamie. I agree for sure.
Well, I knew of him from like the Dr. Aphra comics, and he's a very good character in that. But he's a badass. So
not so much in the show, yeah. I missed I'm sorry, Real J. I missed a membership token by Rich M. He said, "This is why Rogue One is the best. You don't need you don't need to know anything else." And they all die at the end. Best Star Wars. He's not wrong.
You know the whole movie if you read the scroll.
He's not wrong, I guess. You don't need to know anything. You just enjoy it as a one-take film. Even though we are getting a prequel to... is it Andor? Is it Andor? What's his name?
Andor.
Is it Andor? Cassian.
Yeah, Cassian Andor. I'm right. Yeah. I'm right. All right, Mike, we're finished with you. Boba Fett. Overall thoughts? Did you enjoy Boba Fett? Anything you'd like to see? Favourite parts, etc.?
I enjoyed it, but I think they had a couple different visions that mixed together, and it seems like maybe they put everything they wanted into it because it feels like they weren't going to get a second chance with all the other stuff coming on. If they had different teams or whatnot, then maybe they would have had they wouldn't have had a chance to show off Cad Bane or anybody else from the Clone Wars because they'd have somebody new in there. But I kind of feel like them throwing Mando in there and Baby Yoda was a kind of a Hail Mary, like if they were losing people. I'm surprised they didn't put Cad Bane's droid in there, because he was pretty good in the Clone Wars.
They didn't have the CGI budget.
Yeah, I don't think they did. But it was enjoyable. I actually had my daughter watch from 5 on, and then I'll let her circle back at some point.
How old's your daughter, if you don't mind me asking?
She is 9.
Oh, so she is old enough to enjoy the content. Yeah.
She loved The Mandalorian, both seasons of that, and the Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, has been like a very, very prominent character in her room, to say the least.
Of course, yeah. It was marketed to the kids, Baby Yoda.
Yeah. And that's probably another reason why they put him in there, like so prominent on Boba Fett, because he pretty much would keep the kids' attention.
As much as we all love this stuff, at the bottom line is, it's a business. They're there to make some money, and if Baby Yoda sells, they will find any reason to throw him back in there. So, yeah, I'm not surprised.
They had to make up for all the money they didn't get the first time around.
Exactly, just like we were saying, if they were on point, just think, when Mandalorian first came out, no one knew if it would be a hit or anything, and Baby Yoda, Grogu, obviously, was a hit straight away, but they had no that could have been the hottest selling toy that Christmas, but they didn't have any merchandise for it. Like, they missed the mark. They keep their secrets too close to the chest. I think the relationships need to have a little bit more trust in regards to the toys and whatever. Not just the toys, all the other marketing stuff. They need to just reveal a little bit more. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna wrap us up with a duck race because I'm conscious of time. And the stream hasn't crashed either as well, gent. So hooray, let's get a duck race in here quick before it doesn't stream, all right? So if you are in the chat right now and you want to get a race in this duck, then let's do it. Let's race some ducks. So let me jump back to this screen and let me close some tabs before I push my luck. And let's.
Is it okay if I talk a little bit more about Star Wars for your sake, Dan?
If you want to, let me just first ask the question to the people in the chat. If you want to be in the duck race, I'm going to put a comment in the chat right now. Who wants in on the duck race? And if you've been a guest, you don't need to write. If you've been a guest, including this group and group 1, you're already in. This is just for the people watching live in the chat. There's over 70 people here. If you want to be in the duck race, let me know in the comments. I'm going to write a comment. Just reply once, and I'm going to copy and paste these names, all right? After my comment. It's about to come. Who wants in on the duck race? Get ready. I haven't put my comment yet, people. I see you're eager. I can see you're eager, right? One comment after my comment now, okay? And while I do that, let's Nick wrap us up with the Star Wars talk. Go for it, Nick.
Okay. So just a few things I would say. So I'm trying to get you invested in watching the Clone Wars, unless you already think you're going to watch it.
It's all it is.
I'm really trying to get you invested here. So
Rex will quickly become your favorite character.
There's too many toys. I can't watch it because then I need.
If I'm gonna be honest, the main story is less about of Star Wars currently is less about Jedi and more just about Mandalore and like its culture and the Mandalorian people. Most of the Clone Wars spends a long time building up Mandalore, showing its history, its culture at that point in time, and then how it gets built into this great warrior empire, then how it comes crashing back down, and how it leads into the Mandalorian, and there's a lot of that in Rebels also. That's a big part of the Rebels storyline, and honestly, it's pretty much the main storyline across all these shows, and it's Dave Filoni's just baby, if you will. And he tries to tie it all together as best as he can. And I'm not sure what Brandon talked about because I missed Thursday.
Oh, you need to go back and watch Thursday. He spoke a lot about Mando.
If you want to, did he talk about Boba Fett?
Boba, yes, he did. Of course.
Did he talk about him in Clone Wars?
Of course he did. Brandon went deep. Okay. You need to watch Thursday.
Good.
Brandon went deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm sure he did because it shows his struggle in there of the clones are technically his brothers too. There's episodes where it shows his struggle to, help his clone brothers or betray them and join his father's bounty hunter guild and, go from there. And I'm sure Brandon, like you said, talked about all that. And honestly, to really love it and enjoy it as much as you can, you just have to delve headfirst. maybe start as soon as you can.
Honestly, like what Brandon did with the Clone Wars movie, he made me watch the movie, and I've seen parallels in that with Mando, because they're rescuing Baby Yoda, and in Clone Wars the movie they're rescuing the baby Jawa. So,
Baby Jabba.
If anything,
Jabba,
start from the end and then work your way back, because that's what I did.
Yeah, it's just a commitment at this point, isn't it? There's like loads of episodes, but they're bite-sized, right?
Sorry.
No, go for it, Nick, go for it.
Yeah. The last little thing about the disconnect with Hasbro, and I know the pandemic is a thing, but that can only go so far, because they just announced Cyborg Legs Darth Maul, and that has been a character since 2014. He appeared in the Solo film. Sorry if I'm spoiling that for you. He's been around for a long time, so to just release him now, even a year or two after the Clone Wars finale, it's just very disconnected from what the fandom wants. And I know people have wanted that figure for years and years and years. I just got to get their head on the ball. I don't know what the problem is. I love Hasbro. I love their Star Wars line, but they have to course correct here sooner or later.
From what I've heard, their prime bread and butter is still the 3 3/4, and everything else is kind of still an afterthought. But I mean, it kind of shows in just the way the Boba Fett figure, the Book of Boba Fett figures are. Like the smaller ones look better than the newer ones coming out.
Yeah,
that's kind of tough.
They do.
Right.
There's characters in the 3 3/4 line that we haven't gotten 6-inch that people really want to, like a lot of the main Clone Wars characters, and that's where I'll end there. But
Dan, could I ask Nick one quick question?
Go for it.
Yeah. Do you think Gareth Edwards, the director of Rogue One, would he be enticed to come back to do any future projects, do you think? Or does he still work with the company? Do you know?
I don't know personally, but I would like to see more from him. And, they just announced that Saw Gerrera figure. And Saw Gerrera has been a character in the Clone Wars. I think he's in Rebels. He's in Bad Batch.
Yeah, he was in Rebels.
Yeah, I couldn't remember for sure. And I know
he was even in Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, and he's in Rogue One. He's a character across all these things, and they're just now putting his figure out. It's wild thinking process to me. I don't know. I don't work there. If I did, I'd have all these figures come out years ago.
I think in terms of I think in terms of like comparing it to what we get with Marvel Legends, obviously Marvel Legends, we are spoiled with that. But I think there's more of a history behind each character. There's a legacy behind the characters, and I think with Black Series, they're a bit dubious about putting characters that aren't in mainstream media.
Maybe.
I think
and maybe there's a lot of Disney involvement.
They always say entertainment, don't they? They always want some entertainment to go along with the product. So if there's no current entertainment for a particular character, I guess it's more of a challenge for them to get it turned into plastic.
Yes. And maybe Disney just has a heavy hand where they just want it to match a certain look, and it takes longer to get approved. I don't know. But that's my final thought.
Well, final thoughts are beautiful, because now let's get into some duck racing. So while you were talking Star Wars, I have been taking names from the chat, and I'm now putting them into my duck racing machine. It's just a website. I don't really have a duck racing machine. And there are 63 names. So I'm hoping I haven't forgot anybody. I really hope I haven't. I'm just having a quick scan, and we should be good. So I'm pressing done. Let me do this for us. Right, so you know the score. We raced some ducks here to end the stream on Legends and Liquor. Let's do this properly. So let me get my board up real quick. So
hopefully I can get on the leaderboard this time.
Well, let's hope, George. Being here live is usually pretty lucky. People have won. While they're here, Damien's been creeping up. You were there. You've been there for a while, Damien, to be fair. You're in the top spot. Let me throw the points up. So you know the score. We race a duck. All you have to do is be here live to have a duck in the race. I've been taking names from the comments of the chat and putting them in. We have over 63 people here. So if you're lurking and you didn't put your name in the comments or the chat, that's on you. I'm sorry. But first place, 10 points. Second place, 6 points. Third place, 3 points. Fourth place, 2 points. Fifth place, 1 point. So all of those places will gain some points on the board. Points will continue every single Legends and Liquor week until we have a winner with 50 points. Only Cheeky Monkey Chiara is over the halfway mark. So we'll be racing ducks for the rest of the year. Hopefully by the end of 2022 we have a champion and there will be an epic prize. What that prize is yet is such a mystery. I don't even know what it is. But all right, I've put these names in. I've put in a minute and a half. I've pressed set. Right, I'm pressing shuffle 3 times like I always do. Shuffle once, shuffle twice, shuffle 3 times. Right, so because you guys are here live, any final words before we race these ducks?
This is a bigger competition than the Super Bowl.
Thank you very much. That's what I like, George. People, where are the millions of people watching this and betting on this? Duck racing. This is better than people kicking a ball and stopping every 5 minutes. They don't even kick it. They throw it and then hug each other on the ground. Oh, never mind. Right, okay. Let's race some ducks. Let me go full screen for this. Let's not mess around. Full screen duck racing. 1.5 minutes. Good luck to everybody. Hopefully you see your duck in there. There are over 63 names, so it will be a little bit crowded. But I promise you, if you commented in the chat or you were live on this stream today, then you are in this race, all right? So in 3... Let me get my speaker out.
Have you got your microphone?
1, 2, 1, 2. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's go. Let's race some ducks. In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. And they're off. The ducks are off. Right, good luck to everybody who is here watching live. We got a nice early start from KSM Kyle. He is close up with, is it... Golem there in the middle. Phil Jones there is at the top as well. We're in the middle there with a pink duck. We got a red duck is Bring Toys to Work. Shout out Bring Toys to Work watching on the replay. We got Javi Man there in the middle. Mike D who's here live now. He's holding strong at the top with Tech and Collect DJ up there. Another regular of the stream. Ren Walker is a clown there right at the bottom. Shout out Ren Walker and also Hero Duck Collections who's watching on the replay. The Fuchs who was here in the live chat earlier. He's in the middle with the purple duck. We got Rich M who's the nice pink duck to match his girly wine he was drinking earlier. He's up there at the top. We got Iron McGow is the dinosaur duck. We got Tanner is the Superman duck, it seems. Dan Who Duck is there in the middle with my police officer hat on. Let's go, Dan Duck. With Dan Yoon as well, who's always in as a complimentary duck in the middle. Bring Toys to Work, the red duck as well in the middle. Seems to have like a Spider-Man logo on the chest. We got Tech Heck 83 is there with the UK duck, which is usually good luck round these ways. We got Kisana, I believe, is there now with the red duck. Things are starting to slow down a little bit. Last 20 seconds of the race, ducks are starting to lose their breath. Usually things go a little bit mad. I can't believe I'm still there, Dan. Hold strong, Dan. I need to... Oh, no, he's slipping back. Anything can happen. I'm not even going to place now. Watch this. Last 5 seconds of the race. Dan is gone into the distance. Nowhere to be seen. We got Home Dude. We got Iron McGow. It seems like Iron McGow. Congratulations. Iron McGow.
Well done, all.
Well played. Congratulations. I was a little bit sad to see myself so close out at the end, but I knew I was going to drop back. If you're leading with 10 seconds to go, then you know you're going to drop back, and I wasn't a fan of it. There was such a cluster of ducks there at the end. I have no idea who placed or anything. Does anyone see anyone who placed? Anyone spot anyone? I have no clue. This is a complete mystery. All right.
I saw I was close, but I was close. Like 5th or 6th.
Rush says in the chat he didn't even see his duck. Rush, I promise you, my friend, I promise you were in the race because you're on my list. You were like 5th on my list. So you were in there. It was just such a crowded playing field. I'm sure a lot of people didn't see their ducks. Okay. So I'm McGow 96. He's a regular around these ways. I often see him in the chat. I've not seen him on a live stream though. So get involved. Become a channel member. Come on the live stream. And I can congratulate you in person. And yes, I knew Kisana was Cloud's partner, but I'm just terrible at pronouncing names. So, Cloud, I apologise, but I did know it was her. Iron McGow, you did finally win. Congratulations. Let's see you placed. All right. So, we know 10 points to Iron McGow. Damien, you're 2nd place.
Hey!
See, you creeped in there. I told you. You've been lurking. Being on the stream live for a duck race is good luck. Damien Ristori, 2nd place, silver medal.
Here's me sitting in the North Pole thinking, what look do I get sitting way up here in the cold North?
This is the look you get. Damien, 6 points on the board where you currently are is pretty good. Like, if I go back to the leaderboard just real quick, and maybe I can throw it on the screen as well real quick, and we can see what's going on. So, Damien, you are 5th. So that's 6 points now from 2nd place will take you, like, to 3rd, yeah. Pow. So, James, that's why Jamie's not happy about it. You heard the tone of Jamie's voice there. He did not sound happy.
I never heard nothing.
Did not hear.
Okay. It's all in the game.
So, Home Dude who won last week. Home Dude who won last week now placed again. So, Home Dude, he's now got more points on the board, 3 points. Maverick 5 UK, another regular. He came 4th. He gets 2 points on the board. And then the last place, 5th place, goes to Nick. First of a chicken. You made it on the board, Nick. You got there. You placed. That's the enthusiasm I love to see. See, how close was I, right, towards the end? And I guarantee I didn't even get top 10. No, that's Dan Yuen. See, I'm nowhere to be seen.
Someone took you out like Cad Bane.
Clearly did. Cad Bane is gone. I'm going right to the bottom. Oh my god, this may be a first. This is a first. Let me just confirm this. In last place, in 86th place, Cheeky Monkey Kiara. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
That is, I can't believe it. We're all in shock. Kiara, what has been going on? Your duck is having a slow day. Is this the start of the downfall of the Cheeky Monkey? Is this?
I think her duck's overworked.
Oh my god, Cheeky Monkey Kiara, last place. Can't believe it. She's not happy. Guarantee it. She's shouting at Jay. She's like, Jay, you had a duck in this race. That could have been in my place. Did Jay finish higher than Cheeky Monkey Kiara? I'm sure he did. I'm scrolling. I do apologize. I can't see the names any other way than this. Mike D, I can see you're there. There you go, Mike D, 47th. I'm just having a look for Jay. Jay definitely placed higher than Cheeky Monkey Kiara. I'm just trying to set up a fight at their house, by the way. That's all I'm doing. But yeah, lots of names. Hopefully you've seen yours. Lizzie Harts, I feel bad for Lizzie Harts. She is here every week. She told me earlier when I posted the rankings that she hasn't even got a point yet. She finished 11th today. Good luck to Lizzie Harts for the next races. We got Daz Smoke, Dan Yun. Phil finished 7th. Phil, you were close. 1-6 Shooter. He was here watching in the chat. You were so close to getting a place, 1-6 Shooter. So close. You finished 6th place, but I appreciate you. I know your Mythic Legion knowledge. All the same, you were so close in 6th place. But 5th place, Nick. 4th place, Maverick 5 UK. 3rd place, podium position, Home Dude. 2nd place, silver medal, here live with us. Matches his hair, silver medal. Damien. And then
die.
Mate, I love it. I can't wait to be a silver fox. I'm not even lying to you. I've said to the missus I'm going to embrace it when it happens. And then Iron McGow, first time winner. There you go. And that's how we finish today's stream. Ladies and gentlemen, she's not happy, is she, Cheeky Monkey Gara? She's shedding tears in the chat. But I appreciate she was here all the same. She said she was trying to eat food. Must have been distraction. Yeah, it was too much. Dre says I was giving her too much dinner. Slowed her down. See, Jay's... He did that on purpose, Kiara. He did that on purpose. 1-6 Shooter says yes, always the bride. You were so close, 1-6 Shooter. Maybe next time. I hope. I do like seeing the regulars up there. But even Phil says close, but no cigar. Ian McGow says congratulations everyone, but is in a good mood because he took home the gold duck. He is the first place. Maybe that'll be the prize, a golden duck. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out when it happens. But let's. Yes. How many ducks you got now?
I've got 3.
Show them. Just show these ducks. Nice red duck.
This is a love duck. Apparently,
love duck. It's very on theme for Valentine's Day.
I was a golden duck, Mr. Dan.
Weird looking duck
from Ghostly Duck.
Christmas.
Nice. I need to get myself a duck. Baby duck. That's not as popular as baby sharks, but I appreciate them all the same.
But it should be as popular as baby Yoda.
It should be. Everyone should be having baby ducks rather than baby Yodas. Let's go.
I still have 8 real ducks outside. I've mentioned that before.
Yeah, he's got some real ducks. You need to get some tips off your real ducks. You're close.
I got it.
At least you got a podium place today.
Absolutely.
So toys, ducks, and alcohol. That's what this show's all about. What a great way to wrap it up. I appreciate everyone being here, talking toys, all the Group 1. But Group 2 are still here with me right now. So let's go around the board. And as I said, everyone's links are in the description. Mike was a late comer. I didn't think he'd be making it on today, but he did. He came in late and strong, so I'll make sure Mike's Instagram is added to the description after this stream, but everyone else's should be there. So if you want to follow these guys on the screen right now on Instagram and you're lazy, then please click the description and click their link because it's there. All you have to do is click the link. It will take you straight to their page. Hit that follow button. Within 3 clicks, description, click of the Instagram and click of the follow button. You can be following these people. It will take you seconds. So I'll go around. Nick, Thirsty for Chicken, where can these people find you online?
Well, on Instagram, it's thirsty4 and then chicken with an underscore. And on Twitter, it's thirst, no Y, still number 4, and then chicken. And I just wanted to thank you so much, Dan, for doing this Star Wars topic. I know you're not the most involved with Star Wars, and I'm really thankful, and you let me just go off. So.
No, I am a Star Wars fan. Like, I am. I'm just not as heavy in the lore as other people. Like, I've missed out on those animated shows because I didn't know these existed. I didn't know they were canon. Like, so, like, as they've come out, I just didn't know they were as connected. If they were, I'm sure I would have hopped on.
Dan.
Yes, Damien.
In that case, if you got 5 minutes spare when you get a chance, go check out Ewoks, the cartoons, or the droids.
Oh, yeah, the droids have just got toys as well, haven't they, to be fair?
No, there's a cartoon series of both in the early 80s.
I am curious. There is so much Star Wars content and only so much time in the day. But no, again, Brandon says it to me every week as well, Nick. He's like, please talk Star Wars. So the end of Boba Fett was a perfect opportunity to do that. I'm hoping next time we do Legends and Liquor, we've got lots of new Marvel Legends to be talking about. So Marvel team, let's get a fan first happening any day. If you're going to pick a day of the week, I suggest Thursday. Thursday would be a great day. Thank you very much. But moving on to George. George found his dog. He's safe in the home. Don't let him out again, George. Keep that door closed. But where can we find you online?
So on Instagram, George_W_101. I've been posting a bit more recently than I used to.
Good man.
So I'll try to keep on doing that.
We're trying to influence you to post more in the community. As I said, I'm always curious to see how other people display, what their setups are like. So yeah, please do. Damien, what about yourself? Where can people find you online?
Damien Restored at Instagram, same as everybody else. Thanks for having me again. Nice.
All good.
Talking to you, especially you, Mark. Good fun.
Oh,
thank you very much.
The rest of us not good enough. You and Mark can go and have your own live stream.
Yeah.
I'm joking. Jamie, the streak continues.
It does at JMG Toys on Instagram and here probably, most definitely.
One day, Brock Lesnar's theme music is going to break, and it's going to be him coming in to take the streak, taking the streak off you like he did the Undertaker.
You'd soon run if Brock Lesnar turned up, though.
It's true. But as long as I'm here, Jamie, you know you're always welcome. Gahubri J, otherwise known as Matt to everyone else, unless people call you Gahubri J around the streets. Do you just walk around the streets and people go, "Oi, Gahubri J"?
I can't say that I have. I did get called Captain Toothbrush once, though.
Why?
Right, so this is a really quick story. I went as Donatello for Halloween once.
Good choice. I appreciate that.
So I went to Wilco's and I got a broomstick, but this was years ago, so I didn't have my car, so I had to walk home. I didn't want to carry it, so I just stuck it like between my back and my backpack.
Like Donatello would.
It was just a group of drunk people on the other side of the street, and I just heard someone shout, "Oi, Captain Toothbrush" at me, and I was just like, it was like.
I actually want to see this Captain Toothbrush person become to a reality. This is some IP that someone needs to jump on. There needs to be some sort of animated and adaptation to Captain Toothbrush. I need to see it. But until we see that, where can we find you and see you online?
I'm just Gahubri J, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, but I don't use it. I do have one tiny thing I want to say because I've had this background thought.
The floor is yours.
I've had this background thought in my head the entire time I've been here. Nick, with your flower crown, it's been giving me major PTSD. I chose the worst day to watch Midsummer. I watched Midsummer this morning.
I was thinking Super Mario Flower Power. That's what I was thinking about. Mario and Luigi's Flower Power. Yeah.
It's just every time I look at the screen, I just have visions of the movie.
Casual Sunday morning viewing chose you to watch Midsummer.
I didn't think it would be that bad. Like, I knew it was bad.
Before Black Widow was Florence Pugh was in Midsummer, and yeah, it's a very creepy, weird cult horror film.
Yeah, it creeped me out a lot.
It was Florence Pugh from Black Widow.
It made me not want to go onto any weird retreats in Sweden or anywhere like that anyway, that's for sure.
The cast are all great. You've got Florence from Black Widow, Jack Rayner, who was in Transformers. I can't remember his name, but Chidi from The Good Place, Will Poulter. They were nice.
If you like quirky horror films, I would suggest it. It's not like slasher horror or anything like that. It's like slow burn, creepy, what the hell's going on, twisty horror.
Yeah.
You'd appreciate it.
Dan, again, if you look films like E.T., that's what I was saying. Go back and rewatch the last 80s film, Mark and Me. I think you'll enjoy it.
Send me some links. Send me some names, and I'll do some research. But Mark, you're a man who can talk films or two. What figure line could we get from Midsummer? Would we get a figure that looks like Nick with the flower head?
No, yeah. Funny enough, it's the one I haven't seen. I don't know whether I will now after those reviews. I'll be traumatized. But yes, you can find me on Instagram on Tac Tac Customs, where I post some pictures with figures, but mainly stuff to do with my YouTube channel, which is Tactical Toys with Film, where I talk films and then action figure lines that can go alongside them. So that's me.
What was the last one? What was the last one you did?
Last one I watched. So I watched. I'm meaning to do a video. I haven't done it yet. There's a Korean series. It's like I've got a feeling it might be this year's kind of Squid Game called All of Us Are Dead. It's a zombie one. Don't know if anyone's seen it.
I've seen it advertised. Yeah.
Really liked it. It. It was really, really good. Yeah, really good. So I've got to do a video on that, but haven't got around to it yet. That's good. And that's, there's so many films out there we need figures for. It's just, that's my mission in life, just to talk about.
Keep doing it. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, and thanks to everyone. Thanks to you, Dan. Thanks to everyone for being on the stream and chatting with everyone. It's always a pleasure.
Always welcome. Always welcome.
Yeah.
And then Mike. Finally, I speak to Mike quite regularly. Sometimes time zone means it takes me ages to reply to his comments, but he always keeps me up to date with what's going on.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure to finally. It's true. But it's a pleasure to actually get to see your face and talk to you as well. Yeah. So great to have you on the stream. I hope you come back. And until then, where can everyone else find you online?
You can do Mike Hex 24 on Instagram or Mike Hex on Twitter. That'd be where I kind of hide out at. Or anywhere else with, screen names like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much. And, the more 6-inch stuff we can get, the better, right?
Indeed, my friend. Indeed. As
absolutely.
I said, hopefully in 2 weeks' time, we'll have plenty more Marvel news, because there's a lot of Marvel rumors going around, but I need some confirmation.
I say, Dan, that I think me and Gahubi just only two once the big wheel in Marvel Legends. Come on.
Yes, the big wheel. Big wheel, yes.
If Dan is watching, the big wheel has to be in the top 10 at least.
We'll see. We can see if we can will it into existence. If Big Wheel happens, he's part of the Who Crew. That's the Who Crew's form of transportation.
I think he would go along well with the 90s animated series Rocket Racer.
I want Hippo and Big Wheel this year. That would be great. That would be great.
The Spot too.
Sorry, Mike. Final thoughts.
The Spot and Carry On are definitely a need.
I want the Spot. I've said the Spot many times. Easy repaint for any Marvel Legends mold you want to give us to him on. Just make it happen. But gentlemen, let's wave them out of here. It's always been fun talking toys. So as always, people, we're here not next Sunday, the Sunday after. So every 2 weeks we do Legends and Liquor. And if you are a channel member, then you can be on the stream just like these guys talking toys. Again, you support what I'm doing, then I will get you on the channel you're supporting. It's such a simple thing, and I appreciate everyone for getting involved. Talking toys is always fun. Star Wars, Marvel, whatever it is. Mainly, I do get to talk about Turtles quite a lot, and I'm being an influence on everyone. But we're all good, right? So we'll all see you on the next one. I'll play the intro to see us out. Bye-bye.